Hey, everybody. I'm going to give it a few minutes to see if anybody else comes in. And then I'm going to make my announcement. Let's see. How is everybody doing? If you guys could, hi, how are you, Shorty? If you guys could hit that like button when you guys come in, I would appreciate that. Need to hate. That's true. What is your channel, Ashley? No, it's Pizza Hut. This time it's Pizza Hut. Yesterday I did DoorDash though. I like to DoorDash because it's sometimes you get different, you can have a change in pace, especially when you don't feel like going out. Also, I do want to say that I do have like 5 Bibles that I was able to get. It's the King James Version. So if anybody is like, I only have 5, but if anybody absolutely needs one, I will ship you one. I'm going to give you my email. Let's see, hang on just a minute. Let's see. Hi, DT. D-Town Queen Bee, how are you? And here's my email. If I get like a request for more than just 5, I could try to get some more. But just be patient and I'll try my best. But I will get the first, I guess the first 5 people to request it, that's who I'll send it to. I'm greedy. I know the delivery knock. Yeah. Yeah, but usually DoorDash though, like with Pizza Hut, they'll beat on that door. And like with DoorDash, I just told them on there because of the thing that's going on. I'm like, you can just leave it at the door, just knock like once. And I put that in like a request thing. I'm good. So if anybody, okay, here, I want to put this up for Ashley. So if anybody wants a Bible, please email me again at this one right here, at this email, and I'll do my best. But I'll have to just do the first 5 requests, the request one. If you don't have one, and it's the King James Version, the Old and New Testament, then that's the one I read too. I like that one. Ashley, you guys, if you want to subscribe to Ashley's been with us forever since the beginning. Well, I haven't been on here long, but pretty much since the beginning. So if you want to go subscribe to Ashley D YouTube channel, please do so. What kind of topics are you going to be having, Ashley? Oh yeah, D-Town. It's a new, or the old and new King James Version. Let's see. Yeah, I'm in, what I'm gonna, let me see if I can find your channel here. Ashley D. Is it all like lowercase, or is it Ashley Devona? Oh no, here's one that says just Ashley D. And it says 2 videos. Is that one yours? Well, it has 150,000 subscribers though. This one has 409. There's a lot of Ashley D's. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to find out which one it is so I can subscribe to you. There's a lot of Ashley D's. Let me see. There's an Ashley in the D. Let's see. There's one that has 7 videos with 409 subscribers. Yeah, let us. Oh, okay. Ashley said, no, type Ashley DMX and my name will pop up. Okay. Give me a minute. Ashley. I want to make sure I'm subscribing to you now. So, because if I get off of here, I will forget. It's not that I'll forget, but I'll get busy eating and okay. Okay, there you are. Let's see. You're doing good so far. Oh, wait.
What is up, YouTube world?
Okay. All right. There we go. I'm subscribed. I'm subscribed right now. All righty. You're doing pretty good so far, Ashley. I'm going to go watch some of your videos here in a little bit. Yeah, go subscribe to. You got to put in Ashley D, and then type DMX next to it, and she'll pop right up. It did for me. But if you just put in Ashley D, you're going to get all kinds of Ashley D's, and you want to get the right one. D-Town says, starting my channel soon as well, trying to figure StreamYard and editing out. You know something? You guys have watched my videos and they're all weird because I don't know how to edit either. And I need to edit out all those bad words, but I try because I don't want you guys to have to listen to that. Oh, Lynn, thank you. Lynn just she says, I love your spirit. Thank you for being so loving and genuine. I have a question. No one is talking about, can I join the panel? Yeah, let me let you up. I usually send the link, but sometimes I forget to send the link because I think Ashley's joined me a few times. Okay, there's my link, Lynn, if you want to go ahead and sometimes people can't see my link on there too for whatever reason. And I think that might be a StreamYard thing. So D-Town, that's something that you're going to have to kind of get used to too. It doesn't happen all the time. But sometimes, like if you post your link up there, in the comments section, when you get ready to start your channel, just, ask everybody if they can see it because sometimes they can't see it. D-Town, no, you don't. No, I won't take pay for that, but I can explain to you, like, if you want to email me at my email address that I just posted, with all your questions, like when you need help or whatever you need help with, just let me know. And I'll tell you everything I know. And believe me, I'm still learning, but I can help you with whatever you need. If you need to know how to, edit. I know on you, like once you connect your YouTube with StreamYard, YouTube, once your video gets uploaded on YouTube, there's a YouTube studio where it lets you edit your videos. If you don't have, like, if you don't want to use one that's already on your computer, like a video editor, YouTube does have an editor after you upload, but it's after you upload it already. Lynn, did you and I appreciate that so much, Lynn. And if you I don't know if you got my link or not. Ashley says, I'm speaking on self-healing, depression, breaking generational curses, and spoke on regarding the music industry. Thank you for your support. You're a good person. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. My advice on that is when you get ready to get, I don't know. See, there's some things that you can say regarding that, but there's a way that you have to say it to where people understand what you're saying, but at the same time, not like, I don't know, Ashley, I'll have to explain that to you later. But like later on, like when you get, I think even now you can do like because there's some things on YouTube that you can't discuss, and on those things that you can't discuss on YouTube, there's always Patreon, like where if you want to upload a video that you can't say on YouTube, you can say anything you want to on your Patreon or whatever they call that. I don't have one. But if there's ever a time when I want to talk about things like that, because there's times I do want to say things and I can't say it. Hi, Lynn. How are you?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is my very, very, very first time doing this ever.
You're doing good. Was it easy for you to get up to follow the link? Or was it difficult? Because
Absolutely
I can't
easy.
like.
Not at all.
Is it? Because I tried to get on somebody else's. Here, I'm going to mute myself.
Let me just tell you, Miss Sasha. Okay. Can I talk now?
Yeah, you were just breaking in and out, but I'm going to mute myself so you can talk.
Okay, so first I wanted to say, first, thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your platform. I have been listening to you for, I want to say over a year, I'm sure like during the pandemic. And what's funny is that I never saw your face. But what I remembered is you were watching all of the videos with Nature Boy. And I was like, who is this woman that's making all these comments? Like she's showing us her watching TV and making these comments. And I thought it was just hilarious. So that was something that made me become drawn to you. And then it just kind of exploded, and I heard more and more and more about Nature Boy. And, you know, so now you obviously see all of the people who are a part of trying to take him down. So I really wanted to give you credit from me, because you are the first person that I heard talking about it. It was like literally at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I was up and I'm watching this and I'm looking at you. It's like, who's this lady talking at her TV? It was so funny, but I
Oh,
loved it.
well,
And so
thank
I got
you.
hooked on it. You're welcome. Can you
I
hear me okay?
I can. I muted myself, and it seems like after I muted myself, I was able to hear you a lot better. Yeah.
Oh, God is good.
Oh my
And
gosh, thank you.
another thing I have to say, I said, this woman has to be a Christian. And I have a very discerning spirit because I am Christian. I have a very discerning spirit. And it's the way you speak, the things you say, it's how you even handle the trolls. Everything about you, there's an air about you. And I'm not saying that to, be a clout chaser or whatever they say that is nowadays. But
Thank
it's
you.
something about your spirit that I knew was real.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. You're gonna make me cry.
You're welcome. And
Thank you.
you're gonna cry?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
cry.
okay. Don't cry.
Oh my
But
god.
I did.
Because you
I
don't
wanted
know.
to
Like
ask you.
sometimes I want to go in
I was
on
watching.
like sometimes I want to say things like because then I have to stop myself, and sometimes I will say something, but then my subscribers, they're like, wait, chill out, or they'll bring me back into reality
Yeah.
or something. But sometimes I
Yeah.
just have to let the hate go, and I'm like, that's all right, they can say what they want, but
Yeah.
if it gets too personal, I'll delete it. I have to just delete it. And but I love my God. I love my God. And yes.
Well, it shines, and I truly believe that I am a lover of angelic encounters, and I'm just very big on that. And one of my spiritual gifts is discernment. And so when I caught your channel and started listening to you more, I was like, okay, this woman is anointed. She's anointed.
No,
And
thank you.
there's no reason why I shouldn't listen to her. That's the number one. She always tries to be very cautious of her audience, very respectful of her audience, even when they mean her, ill will. She's still respectful of her audience. And okay, and I got to tell you this. So today I was listening, and I didn't catch the live, but somebody gave you a super chat, and you were so grateful. I mean, I know it may sound like nothing, but when I heard you say thank you so much for this $4.99, I'm literally, trust me, Sasha, I am very in tune with a lot of things. And there are certain things that I just hone in on. And it was at that moment, I was like, this woman, she said she's never gotten a super chat. I was like,
I
really?
have it.
Why? Who would not give her a super chat?
Well, I want to start it. I want it because I was doing like all these contests and stuff. And I literally want to, I love having those contests. And I'm thinking, well, that'll just go towards gift cards or whatever, because I love, and then we're in such a bad time right now, and people need help. They need help.
Right.
And so, of course,
Well,
I
let me
mean,
just tell you, I have been out of work since the end of January when the pandemic really hit. And because
yeah.
my profession is a software consultant, so I was always training and traveling. And so that just went bye-bye. And
No,
so when
I'm
I
sorry.
tell you I have not missed it, it's okay. When I tell you that I have not missed a beat because God provides for me, the
Mm-hmm.
things that I tell people is you pay tithes on that unemployment check.
Mm-hmm.
I have paid my tithes on my unemployment check, and I'm still going, and I'm
Yeah.
going big time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's those messages that help to keep people afloat. People who
Yeah.
don't think and don't believe in tithing. They're like,
Yeah.
wow, it's the government's money. Why are you paying tithes on that? Because God allowed me to get it.
Right. And
That's
it's
the
like no
only
matter
answer I
what
have.
you go
God
through, no
allowed
matter
me to have
what you exactly, and no matter what you go through, God has you. If you have, it takes a, even a little seed of faith. I'm telling you, but
it. Yeah,
without faith,
yeah.
I mean, He's not gonna. He can't. He's not going to help you if you can't show him that you trust in him. You're supposed to give him all your stress, all your
Exactly.
worries. And then, and of course you
Look,
do your part
yeah,
too. You got to do your part, but then he's going to help you. He's going to be right by your side
exactly.
and help you. And,
And
and
I'm sorry, I didn't mean for this to go on that type of
it's okay.
that type of tangent, because I know your audience is not here for that. But I
Oh,
just
no.
felt compelled to say it. I mean, that's the Holy Spirit, so I do apologize to your audience if I've messed up their day.
Oh, no.
But
You're
really, I
fine.
just wanted
Thank you.
to give. I really wanted to give flowers to you for what you're doing and how you're handling your channel. So I think all of that kind of correlates. And I just think, and I felt that it needed to be heard.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that. And thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I
Now,
really
I did have
appreciate
one question for real, for real. Remember I said I had a question that no one's asked? Where the heck is Nay?
it. Who is
Nay.
Nay?
Nay. N-A, I guess Y. Do you remember when Nature Boy and his team, whatever, they went to New Orleans to get Malia?
Yeah, they picked up the
Remember
new
when
one.
they met Nay and they brought Nay home with them?
I'm telling you. Let me tell you my
Where
opinion.
is she now?
I don't know, but I'm going to tell you. I think she was clingy because the videos that we were watching, like
Yep.
she kept trying to like put herself on like
Yep.
around him, and
Yep.
he was kind of like looking around like he wasn't interested. So I don't know if he sent her home or Ashley. Do you know? We got
Somebody tell
Ashley
us.
here with us.
I wanted to
Yeah,
say
Ashley,
something.
tell us. That is a major question I have.
I
Where
wanted
is
to
Nay?
give. I know. First, I agree with you about what you were saying, Sasha. One night, I was laying in the bed and I was looking at several videos, and it compelled me to her voice and her soothingness about expressing things. And I watched her get bashed, and I watched her with grace, integrity deal with those situations.
Yes.
She didn't get out of character, and it made me really, really say, this is a woman of God.
Speak, Ashley.
Sasha's been bashed so many times, and it's hard being a YouTuber. I see, once you start, you get this negative comments, and if you're not a strong person of God, that can bring you down, and it could get you in a depression. And sometimes, we say things and it may come out the wrong way, or even when you get information, you might think it's right and you want to share with your subscribers, and then you realize it's something different. You still handle those situations well.
Oh,
And
thank
you are
you.
such
Yes,
a
she
good
does.
person, no matter what. And you try to see the good in everyone. And
Oh,
sometimes
Yes, she does.
people like that are misunderstood.
Right.
wow. Thank
That's
you.
beautiful, Ashley.
You're
That was
welcome.
beautiful.
And you allow me, like
That
you
is
said,
so
to come on.
true.
Yeah, she is. She allowed me to come on here, and she listens to everyone. You know what I mean? And she
She
allows you to have an
does.
opinion. And I think that's
She
dope.
does.
But far as the new
And-
girl go, I wanted to say this
Mhm.
too. I haven't seen a new girl, but I wanted to know, have you guys saw when on several videos since Malia's been back, my sister has showed me they've been sticking food in Malia's mouth. Aya has changed the alcohol. She had a full glass. She gave Malia a smaller glass, and she shook it up. It looks like Aya and Nature Boy on the low, and I'll say allegedly, but it looks like they're trying to poison Malia. I'm just being
Oh my God.
honest.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
I've seen.
no, I'm glad you said that, Ashley. Listen, am I saying your name correctly? Ashley?
Ashley, yep, that's correct, honey.
Okay. Sweetie, let me tell you something I noticed at the table. Do you remember when he took them to dinner and he was ordering all that food? Nay was there. He had Aya feeding him. He had Malia feeding him. Malia
Mm-hmm.
wasn't really hungry. She wasn't trying to eat. And I felt this sense that it was either like maybe the medication that she was on, maybe she was ill. He had that camera directly in her face, and I was really trying to read whatever words she was trying to say because he kept saying, eat it. And she wouldn't.
And
And
think
I
about
didn't know if it was
Maybe
because she
Ashley's
was
onto
sick.
something.
Did y'all notice that?
I did notice that, and think about
No.
something. Since Malia's been back there, Malia has not been smiling. Now, one
Yeah.
time,
Yep.
and for
And
the
she's been
past
trying
few
to stay by
days,
herself.
yes, and for the past few days, now think about it. She's chiefest with Aya. She has not been on camera like that. Every time he get on camera with her, he gets upset. You making me look bad. Why you not smiling? Now, why would he bring her
Yeah.
all the way
Yeah.
back there
Yeah.
to try to prove to us once again the reason why she was sick? Because she was
Yes.
depressed over her son. If you're really depressed over your son and your family tells
Exactly.
you, I'm going to give you video of your son for a couple days, and once you get better, and I know you're here to stay, I'm going to allow you to see your son. If that was the case and she was really
Yeah.
depressed over her son, she would make sure she got better so she could see him. And I'm sorry to bring up this
Exactly. So
subject.
she
We
get
don't
right
went
back to it.
totally to the left about talking about this, and you was talking about your contest.
No, I never thought, no. And
Oh,
see, Ashley, this is why you need to talk about Nature Boy on your channel too, because there's things that you see that other people don't see too.
For sure. I'm
And
going to talk
I,
about it tomorrow, for sure.
yes,
I need a
because
channel. I need a channel, y'all. I need somebody to help me with a channel. I'm serious.
Okay,
yeah,
you just
because
started. They motivated me to start mine, her and Tony. Yeah,
yeah,
Tony
Right?
T.
I need help. We can Zoom, whatever, but I'm at home and don't work. I
And
need a channel.
that'll
yeah.
be a great outlet for you. Just start small videos by small videos, and once you start it, we'll subscribe to you, and
And
then we'll get
Yeah.
online and talk to you.
we need
Right.
to support each other. And Ashley, I know you want, but
Right.
you can integrate all of that self help and everything that you wanted to talk about
Uh-huh.
in with the Nature Boy thing, because you could be stopping some other women from going over there by having enough self respect if you're
Right.
talking about Nature Boy. And this
That's
is
a
what
good
we have
point.
to get this. We have to get this out there. We need more channels like that where just talking about him and putting him out there, but you're breaking down the what he's doing to people, so that you, even if you could stop one person from going over there and teaching these women how to have self-love,
Right.
and
And if you
Absolutely.
think about it, ladies, you think about what's happening. I was sitting watching that knucklehead today talk to a group of women about how, him being a polygamist, how he's supposed to be, this God, and all of these women
blasphemy.
should be kneeling and bowing down to him, and literally trying to teach that. And then I started thinking about Derek Jackson. I'm like, you know what? If you have men that are out here preaching and teaching this and they have a following, what about us women who need to protect other women to deflect and see these men for who they are, to try to protect them, like you
Exactly.
just said? There
And
needs
that's
to
why we
be
have
a
us and you.
yes,
That's why we are
there
here
needs to
to
be a
spread the
panel.
word. That's why every
Yes,
day
we
we
need
should
to do
be
the
speaking about
opposite.
what's going on.
Yes,
Exactly. Empower each other.
there needs to be another outlet to deconstruct what they're doing. We have to deconstruct that movement.
Because exactly, I could not
And
agree with you more.
there's a channel of women right here. We have to deconstruct it, because the more and more he speaks it, I see these women joining his panel and they're nodding in agreement. I'm like, sister, do you
Mhm.
even know what you're getting into? Do you even know
And
what
this
he's
is
trying
the
to
Right.
thing. They
sit
see
you
the
down?
videos. They see the videos. They see how he's talked to Malia. People don't understand. Nature Boy is a demonic force that sucks your energy. Everyone that is there with Nature Boy has their energy completely sucked. So he goes online all day, and these women
Yes.
idolize, give their time, give their energy to
Yep.
him. And that's not a good man. These are women that's come from broken homes, that's been a part of generational curses. So they see this black man that they think is preaching empowerment, get your own, but yet he's so Babylon. He dances all day to Babylon music. He dresses like Babylon. He drinks
Uh-huh.
like Babylon. He contradicts
Yes.
everything that he preaches about. And
Yes.
then he has some plants in a plastic cup on the table, a whole bunch of plastic plants that we did in kindergarten, like he's
Oh,
growing some
Ashley.
type of garden. And we're supposed to be
Ashley, you
fooled by
feel me?
yes. And these women are falling for this. You
I
understand? And
feel like
even
you are in my living room watching these moments with me. I'm
yes,
literally having these thoughts.
yes.
I'm like,
And
are
then
they really
Velvet,
thinking that this is okay?
yes. And then they don't even want me, girl, to get to going on Velvet, you guys, because everybody gets upset and they say these women are victims. I agree. They are
Yeah.
victims of what they went through. But if you feel like you can't take it anymore and you have been through so much and you have a reason to go through that door, like when Nature Boy went to New Orleans with Malia and the women stayed behind,
Yeah.
I would have walked. I would have broke free if I was that broken and scared. Even Malia, she had a choice to make. She had a choice to make at that
She
fatal
did.
moment,
She
whether
did.
she gonna stick with Nature Boy and go back or heal herself. And this woman decided to go back. And now you can see on her face, she's going to live with regret. Malia is not happy. She was promised to become only chiefess if she
All
didn't
day.
snitch. The
Look
word
at
he
her
used was
face.
snitch. Look at the word he used. Snitching in the hood means not telling on anyone. So you have to ask yourself, what did Malia not snitch about? He didn't say you didn't lie on me. He said you didn't snitch on me. So he's
Right.
saying you didn't tell on me, so I'm gonna make you chiefess. So when Malia got back, he flipped the whole script on Malia and wants to try to make it like
Yep.
it was her
Yep.
idea that there's a chiefess once a month. And now they gotta battle it out and compete with who's gonna be chiefess for the next month. Come on now, you know Malia didn't sign up for that. But you made your bed, you
And
gonna
look
lie
at,
in it.
she didn't sign up for that. She's lying, and that's why now she cannot even. She can't even say
Ladies,
her
I'm going to let you guys
conscience.
talk. I'm
We
going to mute
see it
myself.
at the table while they're having dinner. Okay, while they're at the dinner and she's looking around, and do you know how she's
Oh,
like, she's really not giving any eye contact. It's so obvious. It's like Malia is not even playing. She's trying to show him. I'm sorry. I don't give a crap about what you
I
say.
think
I don't care. She's literally showing them.
I think you're breaking up a little bit. Can you repeat some of that? I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay, no, it's okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me now? Is it clear?
Yeah. Ashley, I just sent the
Okay,
link if
I'm
you
just
want to
turning
come up.
Say it again.
I think Ashley was accidentally kicked out somehow. But I just sent the link again in case she wanted to come back up. I don't know. So I
Do
don't know if we lost
you want me to,
signal or
you want me to hang
okay.
up and start over?
You're fine. I think I can hear you pretty good. But I'll mute myself again too, just so you can talk.
Let me know if you can't hear me. Just chime in and
Oh no,
tell me if it's broken up.
you're fine now.
Okay. One thing I was saying is when he had sitting down on the floor and also at the table, and you see Malia's expressions to everything he was saying, she's looking around, and especially she was sitting on the floor and he was talking. It was almost as if she and Soka wanted to go to sleep. You could see them kind of nodding off. You could see Malia's face just going from side, her head turning from side to side, never giving him any eye contact. You know, psychologically, that is a form of disrespect. That's what she was doing to him blatantly. And I was just wondering if any of you caught that as well.
Caught the I caught half of what you said there, not the end of it.
Now, when she did not give him eye contact
Uh-huh.
on the floor
Yeah.
while he was talking.
Oh, when she was on her cell phone?
No. Well, I don't know if she was on her cell phone at that time, but I just remember the camera being on her and she was looking away. She was drifting off. Zoka
Yeah.
was drifting off. She was not giving him any eye contact, and that's a form of disrespect. And I
Yeah.
feel like she was doing that deliberately. And I was wondering if anybody else caught that.
I did catch that because I think he skipped her. He skipped over her and went to the new lady when he was asking her how old they were. I noticed how he skipped over Zoka and went to her last, and Zoka kind of looked like she was kind of upset about that. Did you notice that part?
I did, yes. And see, that's why I noticed Zoka looking off too, like she was mad.
Yeah, she was upset.
Hey, darling, sorry about that. It just clicked off, you guys.
Oh, I thought, okay.
I appreciate you sending a link for me.
No problem. I'm glad you're back.
Thank you, honey. Glad to be back.
So this whole thing with Malia, but yeah, with Zoka, I think that she was getting an attitude with him because he skipped over her when he was asking about the age. So yeah, I noticed that. And then Malia, she kind of disrespected him too when she was on her cell phone, and he's always asking her what she's doing and wanting to look at whatever she's doing, and she was sitting there on her cell phone, and like she just kept looking down, and she wasn't paying him any mind at all. Right. And he was like, I'm not, or she was like, she put down her cell phone when she felt like putting it down. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, she's missing that taste of freedom.
Yeah, you are so right. She made her food. She got to sleep in a bed. She got to be in her own space for a while. Whether he was controlling it on the phone, she could always set the phone down and get something to eat. Use the restroom. She didn't have to
notice her full cheeks, y'all? Her full cheeks.
You guys, just a second. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you so much. She just sent me a cash app, guys.
Thanks, D-Town.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Ashley got disconnected again, so I just sent the link again, Ashley, if you want to come back up. Okay, go ahead.
Sasha, did you notice, like you were saying, and like Ashley was saying as well, did you notice her full cheeks? Like she had a full face when she came back. It was so smooth. Her little lips were nice and like red and juicy looking. Plump lips.
Full she had
lips. And this was
back. She had a glow. Yes. I love you, T.
And now look at her.
Yeah, she looks.
And I'm like, no. Ashley.
Okay, my son helped me to understand why it keeps clicking off. I apologize.
Ashley, that's okay. Ashley, did you hear me telling Sasha how well Malia looked after while she was getting help, the treatment she needed? She had a full face. Yeah. Her lips were all puckered. Her cheekbones and her skin looked so natural. And look at her today.
Exactly. Her glow has disappeared. I remember a few days ago, Sasha said that too. She said Malia glow is gone. Malia has a permanent frown on her face, like when her and Velvet used to get into it, and he used to put the camera in their face, and Malia be in the background frowning. That's how she looks now. Yeah. She's regretting her decision, and we noticed that, and he knows that. Yeah. And he's just scared she's gonna want to go back, and he doesn't know how far to push her or hit her, or how if he's gonna hurt her. And we haven't saw her, so we don't know if he put her in the closet or what.
Yeah. See, that's why I started wondering, okay, what the hell happened to Nay? Where did she go? I mean, she was in the picture being all clingy.
I think he sent her back. I honestly do. Or he gave her to one of the other husbands, and then it'll be brought up. Right now, he's trying to make it look like everything's fine. He's sticking Aya and Efru back in the camera so they can act very well. But it's showing on Efru's face as well. Efru doesn't look good. It's a fake
Efru doesn't. Do y'all remember at the restaurant too, when all of them were there with Nay and somebody called in and said, you need to check Efru because she's doing something wrong. Do y'all remember if some lady called in and he hung her up?
Yeah, and think about this. When they were in that clothing store picking out that fabric for those clothes that they will never make, do you remember when he couldn't see Efru? He was like, where's Efru? Where's Efru? Where's Efru? He thought she left out of that store until he found her. And she was in the front by the door a little bit looking at fabric. And you could you could tell that it went across her mind, honestly, and it went across his mind. He panicked
Like
until he
she was
found
gonna
her.
leave.
Yeah.
Oh
And he
wow!
pretends
I didn't
like
even.
they're over there at their own will. But honestly, I think a lot of them not. Just like they said when Malia tried to leave and Zoka pulled her back in there and Nature Boy was beating her and he choked her conscious. Then he woke her up. Well, she woke up screaming. Then he choked her and brought her upstairs. He lies like they're able to leave. The closest Malia was able to leave was through death, possibly. And she was dumb enough to come back.
Yes, yes, that's fact. That was the closest that girl had to leave. And y'all know that doctor, he knew his HIPAA laws. He couldn't say all that crap on the phone. He couldn't.
He could have lost his
All the
job
stuff
for
that
that.
this man, he tried to control. He would have lost his job. And here this fool is trying to control a doctor. Are you serious?
And
You
the doctor
feel
knows.
like you
Think
have
about
a job?
this. He was calling Malia, and her name is Tanisha for one. He was on that phone forcefully and aggressively asking questions. That is a professional. He's
Yep.
already been told, I'm sure, by the nurses, little things that Malia's been questioning or requesting that's pretty awkward. So right away, when those
Right.
doctors come in that room, it's a chart, even at the emergency outside of that door, that they know exactly what's going on with us. So he knew what was going on,
Right.
but he was smart enough, and like you said, by the law, not to do that. I'm sure he's been told what Nature
Exactly.
Boy was doing to Malia. And I'm sure they
And
told
he
her
made
before
sure
she
he stayed
goes
away from
back.
that camera.
Yeah, and I'm sure before Malia went back, they told her she was at a high risk. Whether she's supposed to get a transplant of something.
I thought so because she had a liver. I mean, all her organs were jacked up. That's why she's
And
still
she
in
went
pain, which is why
back.
I still think she can't eat.
And that's why I think she drinks that wine and it hurts her. She pretends like when she was on live with him and everybody was drinking wine and
Right.
she pretended like she wanted, but she said, only one bottle, only one bottle. I'm trying to have discipline. No, you know that wine wasn't good for you to drink with the condition
Right.
that your liver and stuff is in, like an older person that's an alcoholic.
Exactly.
That's how bad your organs was
Right. And
damaged, and alcohol would not be good for it.
not good for your liver when they just told you your liver is messed up. That's the worst thing to be putting in you when you got a bad liver. Alcohol.
Exactly.
And certain foods. Like he literally was trying to feed her. He was trying to make her eat food. And you saw her not wanting it. Even when I gave her some from one of them gave her food, it was so good. But she couldn't. I feel like she's so sick. She can't even stomach food. And you know that happens with people who are ill. They're ill. They can't eat.
You can't eat certain foods when your liver is bad, can you? No, you cannot. And on top of that, we don't know if he stops her from taking her medicine. Malia knows she put herself at risk. A part of me only feels bad for her because I'm a human. The other part of me don't feel anything for her. I feel for her son. I feel for that little boy.
Yeah. And also, she left the hospital way too soon. She probably wasn't even on solid foods when she wanted to leave. You know, she probably was still on IV. Unless she had it in her arm. But she probably was like on not on solid foods. She probably was. They probably wanted to have her on like puree stuff. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that.
Do y'all think she's on a catheter?
I think she's
do y'all think she's on the catheter? Do you remember when she got up? She just couldn't make it anymore, sitting there listening to him talk all darn day, and she had to get up.
And then she had to dance all the time. That's hard on her body.
It's hard on her body. You know she's a great dancer, so he has her dancing. You can tell if something is hurting her, but she doesn't have those same moves.
She was in pain sitting there. You could tell her, like she was like sitting there, like the day he was trying to fake crown her the queen.
Yeah,
like she kept like taking big deep breaths. Like, you know how somebody's in pain, they're like, oh, like, you know, like
Yeah.
taking a deep breath, trying to, you know, just you
Prepare
could tell
themselves
he's
to get
in
ready.
pain sitting there. And then she looked at him and said, I have to go empty something. And he said, oh, you have
Yeah.
to go empty your cup.
Yeah, and think about this too, you guys. Imagine she knows in the back of her mind that she's infecting herself all over again.
Yeah.
So
That's probably
imagine
what's
the
messing up her
trauma.
psyche,
Yeah,
Ashley.
thank
That's
you. It
messing with her
is.
psyche. That
Absolutely. She
makes
think
so much sense.
yeah,
Oh
so
my
she's
God.
done had sex with him and she knows Nature Boy's not right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That literally just dawned on me when you said that, Ashley. That now makes sense. Well, it may not even be like a lot of people are saying she's pissed off because he lied to her and said that she was going to be queen and just to get her there. No, I
Yeah.
really think it's because that girl is still sick and in pain and she
She
knows
is.
her body. You
And he
hit it
took
right
her
there on the
pain
head.
meds. Yeah, and he took her medicine from her. He tell them they can't cure themselves, but yet he's allowed to go to the dentist and
Yeah.
get
Get them
stuff for
daggum
pain
capsules.
and get
Yeah.
exactly. But common sense should tell them. But these are people that are over there, you guys. We have to realize that we're broken, that we're confused, that were not sure of their sexuality, and now they're over there and they feel like they're free. And they feel they have probably some of them didn't have father figures in their life. And they
Yeah.
allowed Nature Boy to come in and love bomb them like he did for
Yeah.
Malia the first day. And then the reality set, he can't stand Malia. He only has
Right.
Malia there to prove a point to everyone.
Exactly.
And Malia's
That's,
not helping
yeah.
prove that point when she's in that camera's in her face and she's constantly looking in pain and stressed out and nervous. It's not gonna work. He's better off sending her back to New Orleans,
Right.
like he said. But he's keeping her there
He is
so
better
she
off
won't
doing that
snitch. She won't snitch.
because
He
yeah,
don't want her
you're
with the
right on that.
family.
You are so right on that. He's doing this is all for him to prove. You remember he came back with those doctors, the paperwork, and then another YouTuber came back and showed us that some of that was like doctored up. Do y'all remember? I'm not trying to say any names.
Yeah, exactly. All that
And
paperwork he had. Come on now, really?
yeah, and I'm like, okay, I'm not surprised by this. He really thought he could get over on us.
That's
And
why
they
I'm
had
gonna.
other people show us, no, they did some whiteout here, some copy and paste here, and it's not legitimate. It was
That's
all
why
to
we
save face.
blessed to have certain YouTubers like Sasha and so many more that's gonna
Mm-hmm.
bring awareness to what's going on. Nature
That's right.
Boy is a demonic force to be reckoned with, and he will drain you if you don't have the spirit of God in you. I'm telling you, even if you looking at it, watching it daily, and you're telling yourself, "Wow, this is messed up. I can't believe this man is doing these to these people." You have to have your protection of armor on you to watch that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, people,
Yeah.
because it will drain you and draw you in some kind of way. Just
Yeah.
watching Candy, for example, and I'm not trying to say anything bad about her. I don't have a problem with her. But at one point in time, it seemed like, she was against the Nature Boy situation. And then it kind of drew her in to where they was back talking about childhood and they became friends a little bit. You get what
Hmm.
I'm saying? So you have to be careful,
Yeah.
even as viewers, just watching this man. It will
Right.
drain
Right.
you. It will take up your day, your nights, and before you know it, you will not get things done in your house, and you will have that demonic
Uh-huh.
attachment to him. So
Yeah.
That's
you have to
true.
be careful. I warn you.
And he knows how to cut. Like if you're talking, he'll come right up in your chat. He'll come right. He's come up in mine at least once that I've seen, if not twice. And we just ignore
Exactly.
him. We ignore him.
Does he come up, Sasha? Does he come up as Nature Boy or another name, and you just realize it's him?
No, he comes up under Bishop or something, and then
Oh,
we know it's
Bishop.
him because he's done that to other people, and he's like, "I love myself," and then and we're like, "Oh, that's him," and then we just like ignore him. I'm like, "Is that
Yeah.
him?" We're like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Oh, let's just ignore him."
Yeah, he even came in when I was on Tony's chat one day. He came and she kicked him off. She said, "I'm not going to put that demonic energy
Right,
on my chat. I don't even want you on here. Like, what
right,
are you going to defend, Nature Boy? We are against you." And if you get on my chat, I'm going to battle with you toe to toe. I know a devil when I see it.
Exactly.
You have that devil. You suck people energy. I can look at you and
He
nothing
does.
of God is in you. You are straight
Nothing.
demonic. And you pick fights with people over there in order to feed off of that energy. You train everyone there. They're walking around like demonic robots. Aya is the only one you have loyalty to because she was just as broken as you. She has those spirits on her, those sexual soul ties where she was having sex as a prostitute. So Aya already was broken and confused. So she's somewhat of nature boy, but he's not attracted to her in that way because she doesn't have a backbone. He has to feed off of that. The only thing what kept him so tied to Velvet was, and I'm not trying to be funny, but him and Velvet are two of a kind, and Velvet has a demonic energy with her as well. She can be a good person, but at the same time, as long as Velvet is tied to Nature Boy, online crying about him every day, not going to therapy or not going to the police to break, she could be the one lock this man up. Her saying that she's online talking to everyone and that's her therapy. Let's be real. Come on.
The same demonic thing that's inside Nature Boy, that high-ranking demon, is this. She has a high-ranking demon also.
Thank you. Yes, and people don't want it. They get mad at you for speaking the truth. Why are you bashing Velvet? Velvet is a victim, but at the same time, if she wants to no longer be that victim, she needs to be real, speak her truth, protect her child, and be the chiefest, the head person that she want to be, and take him down. She can take him down. She has those other women that were once in a cult, like Tori, that are talking to her. Everybody can tell a story. Right. Everybody can get together and she could persuade them to do the right thing. But yet and still, a part of Velvet, a big part of Velvet, is still tied to Nature Boy, hoping that he won't be polygamous so she can go back. The only thing Velvet cried about is him cheating with the women. She don't even cry about the beating.
That's why I go hard on her because, and I don't mean to.
I know you do.
But I don't mean to.
You're being honest. You're being completely honest. You're saying what we say. And people get mad at you for saying that, like you're victimizing. And that's bullcrap.
It's not.
You're saying exactly what I'm thinking, a black woman. You understand what I'm saying? I'm thinking it, and other people are thinking it who has that spirit touch with God on them. You
and then when I see her cry, that makes
me
weak. That makes me weak, and I'm like, oh gosh, maybe if but that's why actually we need more channels like yours to come out and really talk about stuff.
I promise I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. I appreciate that.
We need more like where they're going to break this down and people's aware of the evil part of it. Some people, they just play the videos, and sometimes I'll do that too. Where but I put because I try to make sure if I'm just playing the video and I'm not doing a commentary, I'll at least try to put up a text in there to show you what I'm talking about. But usually I like to try to do it live where I can try to break it the evil part.
Break it down. And people don't understand this. You have new channel holders. I may be new, but I've been watching this. My sister been watching it from the beginning, and so have you, Sasha. Very Velvet characteristics. You've been there when she's ran back and forth, okay? So you know her routine. Right. So how are we gonna get on here now since Velvet is home for a while, crying about him being with all these different women, but yet she wasn't emotional about Aya having sex, holding her daughter. It was the fact of the betrayal of the fact. How can you hold me and your daughter while having sex with someone else? Not the fact that how dirty it was. It was the fact that he betrayed her like that. Yeah, that's the difference between being a victim. She only brought up the abuse because Star and everyone else spoke out about it. When Shaka and Star spoke out about it, that's when Velvet brought it up a little bit. But mostly when she's online, she's crying about him with other women. Come on, let's be real.
No, you're dead on, Ashley, with that, because if you want to go back a little further, remember how she initially was with that whole that little bulge while he was dancing with his daughter. She initially was saying, hey, put her down or move there or change your pants,
Yeah.
Now you remember how all of that shifted and she started defending him. Oh, well, Baba G has a big penis. He's just large or whatever. But that's not what we were tripping on. We're tripping on the fact that you're allowing that to happen.
She protect that man
You
in real
protected
world.
him.
In
You
real,
protected him.
in real
And
world.
we saw it grow.
You
We were
guys,
stupid.
I hate
We
to
watched
say this. I hate to say this, but as his goddess, as his chiefess, as his equal demon in crime, they're in everything together. And she is so deep in it that her hands are so dirty that she's not going to come out and say anything bad about him. She will protect him because protecting him is protecting herself.
Exactly. And she don't want to come clean. Like Real World said real quick. She even saw it. I'm gonna go back to this for a sec. She said, I wonder what that was Aya was putting in Malia's mouth. Remember earlier when I said Aya shoved something in Malia's mouth, somebody else saw that. And like now going forward, she is not going to say anything because a part of her still wants to go back. She's gonna keep circling around everything we already know about Nature Boy. She's not gonna get off into the real abuse. She's only talking about the women and the sexual things he made everybody do. She loves Nature Boy. And a part of her wants him to give up what he's doing so she could be back with him.
Yeah, because she don't want to give up that high ranking status. She don't want to give that up.
No, and think about this, you guys. If Velvet was so hurt by what Nature Boy was doing, why would she turn around and go have sex with Shaka and his wife at the same time? Whether it was oral sex. Whether it was oral sex.
Girl, listen. Okay, so I got something about that. Remember when Shaka and his wife came back and they did an interview with somebody, I don't know who, but they said, they were asking, why were Shaka and his wife, why did they go? And I'm just, I don't have all the correct words, but I'm kind of giving a summation. Shaka and his wife said they wanted to just go to see about the experience, right? And they were asked, well, what did you have to do before you go? Well, we have to give up our social security numbers, our birth date, all this information. We had to get that. And guess who was the one helping to gather all of that information?
You breaking out, huh? We can't hear you. Come back to your mic a little bit, I think.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of going.
Okay,
not really. Can you come back a little closer?
Okay, can you hear me now?
No.
Oh, let me try to move because this is some good information.
It sounds like you're like in a tunnel or something. I don't know.
I'm outside and see if you can hear me now.
Should she come back in and go out and come back in?
Can you hear me now?
Maybe she should click on it again. And
Yeah,
come back in.
can you come back in? And I'll send the link again.
Give me a second. Yeah, y'all want to hear that?
Yep, click out and come back in, hon.
Yeah, I just sent the link in the comment section again. So you can
but Shaka, they exposed Velvet. Velvet wanted to have sex with both of them, and Shaka didn't want to sleep with her, but they didn't mind doing oral.
Yeah.
So you can, if you was traumatized, I'm telling you, it's deeper than just what we see. She has a sexual, all those people over there possess that same sexual demon with Nature Boy. Sex is real. When you have sex with someone, that is a soul tie. That's why they speak on it in the Bible. When you're with your husband, you are as one together. So when you sleep with someone willingly and they have all those demonic spirits with them, you develop all that sexual energy. All that soul tie is together. So you have to be careful who you allow yourself to give yourself to.
Yeah. Yeah, Lynn, go ahead. So see if we can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, that's better.
Okay,
yeah, we can hear you.
Great. So when Shaka said before they came, so they wanted to come there and just kind of get an experience, he and his wife, right? And he said when they got there, they had to turn over their social security numbers, their bank statements, like all of this personal, their what do you call those cards? their driver's license, anything, passports, whatever. They had to do all of that. And guess who they turned it over to? Velvet.
Yeah, because she says equal.
What does that tell you? Velvet was part of the mastermind in getting all of these people's money, these checks, these unemployment checks, these stimulus checks. She knew all the ins and outs
But
of
she
that.
didn't give hers, but she didn't get a loan in her name. Exactly.
Yep. I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, what I'm saying is that she was a part of that scam. That's a part of what the government, if they're going to take Eligio down, he knows that they can take her down too.
Yeah. And he's even said, if I go down, you're going to go down. He told her, if I go down, you're going to go down.
And what did he tell her? Get
and
offline,
she knows
stop talking so much. Remember? He told her, you're talking too much. Get offline.
Uh-huh.
And like I said, the other guys, they even confirmed that she was the one getting their information so that they would have no control of their finances. And even Shaka said he and his wife had put money on the side, that they never knew about.
Money back, and they took their money back before they left.
Yeah. And also,
I said that to say, to your point, Ashley, I don't have any sympathy for Velvet on that end. I don't.
No, if Velvet was true about taking Nature Boy down and everything that went on with her, the most important thing, when you're a part of a cult, you are brainwashed. She's been brainwashed for years. She will go to therapy. If you're trying to break that tie for real and that generational curse, your most important thing to do is seek therapy. So not only you can learn that right from wrong, everything that you thought was okay is not okay, and you can start to heal. And most importantly, be a better parent to your daughter. Velvet now, we've heard allegedly, we don't know if it's true or not, but she's been involved at one point in time with 2 men at one point in time. She might be pregnant now. She has that sexual demon that she possessed, taking on that energy and that soul tie from Nature Boy. So it's not going to just feed off of one person and be good. She's going to have to continue to be promiscuous.
Right.
And she has to feed that energy that she possesses now.
That's why she's out here doing her thing. I'm telling you. And it took me everything I had to say, stop being but I don't. I just try to say it in a way that it's not like that. But it's like,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
And think about it. She left from with Shaka and his wife doing sexual favors, okay? They did oral sex or whatever. They took a shower together. He said shortly after that, she left with a man to go have sex. Now, you can't tell me how twisted that is. And then the allegations about her being on drugs. The truth hurt. Velvet messed with her nose online for so much. And then we started to bring attention about it. Then she finally said, well, it's my nose ring. Guess what, you guys? I have a nose ring too. And I don't pick at my nose. So I'm telling you, when Shaka was saying she was high, Nature Boy tried to pay attention to that conversation. Nature Boy was like, yeah, y'all was high, right? Shaka was like, no, well, yeah, but off weed. He like, but Velvet was out of her mind tripping. I'm not a marijuana smoker, but I have done that before in my life, to be honest. And yes, you're not yourself, but you're not just rapping at a pace to where you're doing 1,000 things at once, to where you're sleeping with someone, you're showering, which will wake you up after that, and then you go sleep with somebody else. It sounds like Velvet is out there on some type of hardcore drugs. She's living her life. She's being promiscuous, and her mom don't agree with it. We wonder about their relationship. Her mom maybe don't agree with the type of person Velvet is, and she's telling Velvet, you need therapy. Velvet does not want to hear that. So Velvet would rather go by her dad.
Is that Tina, her mom, her dad's wife, or her real mom?
Her real mom. That she stayed with her.
I'll tell you what else she needs. Is
her real mom Wanda?
Her real mom said she had a new man at the house every day, and she would come home from work, and then she tried to take that accusation back. And so Velvet.
But is that Wanda?
Yeah, but she told. So I don't know now. I don't know if I agree about everything Wanda's saying, but
Oh, okay.
you could put the bits and pieces there
Yeah,
about
yeah.
certain things, and you can say, okay, that could be right. You have to be.
I got
You
you.
got to put the puzzles on your own
I
together.
got
What
you.
Velvet was
No,
at
that
her
makes
mom's
sense.
house at one point in time. She does work third
I
shift.
got you.
Yep, and she did share that with Wanda about the men coming in and out, and then she
Yeah.
wanted to take it back. Velvet
Okay.
relationship with her dad, everybody look at him as such a savior. Oh, he's such a good dad. Well, I'll tell you what, any dad in your life will try to talk you into therapy and getting offline. He got
Yeah.
Velvet online and he agreed with her trying to make money off her
Mm-hmm.
pain instead
Yeah.
of fixing her pain. I'd
Cause
rather
he up
fix
there
my
making
daughter
money.
pain first. Yes,
He
fix her
making
pain
money.
He
first.
hovers over her every time she's online. He's right there, right with
He
her.
sure is.
Yes, and
Cause
she's
he
making
making
nickel,
money.
and
Yeah.
she's making nickel and dimes. Velvet could have been an author, how to survive a cult. Velvet could be a real speaker if she
Yeah,
wants to. She could be
you're right.
powerful, but she rather be this bingo superstar. Where
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
come and they defend her and they say people jealous, people this, people that. No, people want what's best for her child first because
yeah.
she's a young mother, most importantly. But we also want what's best for her and the other women.
Yeah.
That's right, Ashley. You spoke a jewel right there,
I'll tell
baby.
you what, and
Thank you,
That's a
she's got
jewel.
sweetheart.
all the
I
therapist she wants.
appreciate it.
But I'll tell you what, until she finds the one and only true Lord Jesus Christ, she's not gonna because she has that demon in her. She's got to get
Yeah.
that rid of the demon. That's
And do y'all know
Exactly.
what? When I
prayer
was
is
watching
fasting.
her I was watching her interaction with Visa for that few weeks, a couple of weeks. Did y'all think that was genuine? Because I did. I mean, I don't know if I was just a sucker, but I was like, oh wow,
I think
he
it
finally had
absolutely
somebody.
was. I think
I
it
thought it
was.
was
I
really
think up
sweet.
until the fact that Visa found out she was allegedly having another baby with some other man, I
Is
think
that
that's
what
where
happened?
he got in his feelings. I think that's
Yes.
where he
Okay.
because I
Think
think
about
that's
it too.
on her.
Velvet went online, you guys, and she said, my kids with the S. No, she said, my children will be okay without their fathers. And
Yeah,
she didn't, and you're saying children, you would have said, my daughter's going to be fine without nature boy.
Yeah.
She said kids. And now when she's mostly online, she's laying down a little bit and her face looks full.
Are you
hmm
serious? See, I have not even been watching her. I just been
But
hearing this.
don't, yes, but don't get me wrong. On Velvet videos, I can't watch them much long. When
me
she
Me
could
either.
talk
neither.
that,
That's why I
when she,
stopped.
yes, when she could talk that carbonation stuff, don't get me wrong. When she could talk that carbonation stuff, she sound educated. She know it well, like the back of her hand. When
But
she
that
Yeah.
speak,
demon,
when she speaking regular, she
Yeah.
sounds like a 13-year-old lost little girl
yeah,
that's everything's broken up all over the
yeah,
place. And I
Yeah.
can't take it too long. My energy,
because
I have to turn it.
it's that
Oh my
demon
God.
that's in her. It's an
It,
ancient demon, and I'm telling you, she's
it
got
is.
and it knows things, and so
Yep.
that's
Okay, so now y'all just said something for real. If Ashley, Sasha, and you and myself, we have not talked. This is the first time the three of us have ever spoken. All
yeah,
right.
Yep. First
And
time and not gonna be the
the
last.
mere fact, yes, and the mere fact that we are all on one accord and saying like,
yeah.
I can't even listen to Velvet anymore. That is nobody but God, because
Yeah.
God knows
Exactly.
if we have, and I know one of my spiritual gifts is discernment, and if
Uh-huh.
discerning means you're showing me an evil spirit, I need to stay the hell away. And
Thank
that's
you.
why I have not
Exactly.
been on her channel in like a few weeks. So this, what y'all are saying, is confirmation to me.
Yeah.
And that's why it's important you have that spirit of armor and you have the people that are in line like Sasha
Mhm.
as well, so as myself
And
around you.
Now Ashley, guys, woo! I'm glad
Yeah.
Thank you for shouting out my channel. I'm
because we
gonna definitely
need
say something tomorrow about Nature
to.
Boy.
You're a good speaker.
But
You
Ashley, I need to make sure
need
I
to
get
have your
your channel.
video recognized, and you. Oh gosh, I really hope you. I hope you talk on more on this stuff too, Ashley, because you're good at breaking all this stuff down too.
Yes, she
And
is.
we need more
Ashley, just
videos
know
like
I will
that.
be following you.
Oh, thank you. I
Good.
appreciate it. Don't forget you look up
Absolutely.
Ashley D. Yep, and then type in DMX. That was my most looked at video, so that's how my name will pop up first. But I'm gonna make
Okay.
more appearances on Sasha's page as well, and we'll collaborate and go back and forth so we can get this awareness
Okay.
out. This is important, and when you
Yeah,
start your channel, let us know. We'll support you as well. So,
absolutely. I'm going to pray for God to give me the movement that He wants me to deliver. That
thank
is
you,
what I
Sasha.
want.
Because you may need to start your own too, because we have to get this awareness out there, you guys. And it's not just about reporting on Nature Boy and what he's doing. We need to break down the evil things that's occurring over there. And we need
It,
more channels like
Let
that.
me
and people with discernment as well.
ladies, this real quick. I'm
Let me-
sorry. Go ahead,
let me-
Ashley.
No, I didn't say anything.
I was just going to say, this is a quick question. How many of you have actually had a moment where you sat back and you said, you know, if I could just take Efru in a room, if I could just go and grab her, or if I can just take Malia in a room and just grab her and hold her down away from this man, this devil. I mean, you can, and I put the
Oh my
ellipsis there.
gosh.
You can say whatever you want.
First, 'cause
Oh
I'll
my
tell
gosh.
you
That is
what.
so beautiful how you said
Have
that.
y'all ever
Listen to
had
me.
those moments?
Absolutely. I absolutely all the time,
Yeah.
especially when you have the spirit of discernment and you look at each one of these women getting broke down mentally every day, and you look at them at their breaking point and you want to say, okay, I can talk to her now. I know she will listen.
Yes,
But
yes.
at the same time, it's
You
like
get it.
this thing
Yes.
gets to you so bad. One minute you're crying, and then the next minute you're angry because you don't like, you want to take them and shake them and say, "Wake up, wake up."
Yes.
Yes, I have those moments as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
okay,
Especially
then
y'all,
with
the
Malia.
next
y'all are
minute
my
you're
girls.
crying over.
Yes, girl, ladies,
Y'all are
I
my
bet my
girls.
last dollar. I bet my last dollar. I said, Malia's not gonna go back. He's not gonna bring her back. She's too damaged, and he likes to beat the women. He's not gonna bring her back. She's gonna be a liability. And I'm not gonna lie, when she came back, I couldn't believe it. I
I
just knew.
cried.
Yes, I just knew he
Oh,
wasn't gonna be dumb enough to bring this girl back, but he has to prove
yeah.
a point so bad. Every
And
day in his videos, people are popping up
Lady.
saying stuff. And Nature Boy want to prove himself so
Yeah.
bad. In those conditions, he willing to bring Malia back to sacrifice her life in order to make himself look good.
you better believe that
I
he
mean,
made her sign papers too. What do you think? Do you think
he
that
was,
he
oh,
made
sure.
her sign papers?
Yes, but this
I
is the
bet
thing.
he's her, what do you call it? Their parental
Beneficiary.
rights, not that, it's something else when they die. What is it?
He has her.
Beneficiary. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he's her beneficiary.
Yeah, and
But
power
And
of
power of
attorney.
attorney. Yeah.
Yes.
But think about this too, ladies, okay? How many people have left Carbonation quietly?
Mm-hmm.
They have their own little enlightened videos, but no one speaks out about Nature Boy. You have to ask yourself, it's not about signing those papers for real.
Exactly.
Nobody cares about that. I guarantee you, most
Yeah.
of these people, allegedly, I'm going to say, have AIDS or some type of disease they're so embarrassed about, they don't want to put themselves out there publicly to expose
Yeah.
themselves. So not only their friends will possibly find out, but their neighbors as well. So they rather live with these conditions and deal with them privately instead
Right.
of getting
Yep.
online exposing this man. And
But
he
they're not
knows
going to
that.
expose him
That's
either,
why he gets.
because when they go over there, they are contributing and they're having to do things, whatever it is. I'm telling you, what goes on behind that camera, we're never going to know. What are they
Exactly.
doing? How many when
Yeah.
Sacrifices. I know that
yes,
sounds
we
demonic.
don't know what they're doing behind the scenes and what they have to
Yeah.
participate in to keep their mouth shut
Yep. And I
because they're
guarantee you it's
scared.
foreign.
Like
I know one of the things is the back page
like that
foreign thing
fight
he's doing.
that
Yes. Yes.
and like that fight on July the 4th where he beat up Malia, not
Velvet.
Malia, Velvet
Velvet.
and the
Yeah.
sofa. Remember that? And they don't talk
Yes.
about it.
Yes.
She only
He beat
spoke
her up
about that
senselessly.
because Shaka
And
and
the one
Star.
where you could hear.
Only because of Shaka and Star.
Yeah, they talked
that,
about it.
Yeah, that's the only reason Velvet brought up that fight. You get what I'm saying? Velvet never brings
Yeah.
up the beatings about anything. She only cries over the women.
Yeah.
Like, how can I feel
Yeah.
bad for
Yeah.
you? And your lowest point in carbonation was him constantly sleeping with women. Your
But
lowest
you know
point
what?
should have
She
been his
always,
private part getting aroused when he was holding your daughter. That should have
yeah.
been your lowest point.
Yeah,
Or him on camera saying he was going to
exactly.
feed some sperm to your daughter. That should have been
To
your
your
lowest
daughter for
point.
milk. Yes. She
Who
don't need no
can
milk. She just
subject
need
a
my
child
sperm.
to that type of torture? And on top of that, I would have been so
Mm.
scared. These ladies that I know don't like me, holding my daughter every day. She claimed he never wanted her to have her daughter. Everyone else had to watch her. When you've been scared that their mind not right, that they're so in love with Nature Boy, when you sleep passed
Mm.
out or whatever, he would be holding your daughter, having these women's in agreement to doing certain things. When that come across your mind as a mother first, these
Yeah.
women don't like you. So what make you think they're gonna have this
Mm.
certain type of love for your child like that? They willing to do anything for Nature Boy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wake
But
up, people.
And
as much
imagine
as,
the sleep deprivation.
You see
yeah.
that all
Imagine
over
the
their
sleep
face.
deprivation.
You see it all over their face. When Nature Boy is talking, he want everybody online looking at their videos. And I
Yeah.
heard when they sleep, he have videos playing of the voice. That's just like that one cult I can't think of where he was mind controlling the people, had his
What?
music playing on loudspeakers and stuff like that. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel bad for Wizzy. Everybody want to feel bad
Oh
for
my
her.
God.
She wanted to lose weight. She was tired of being rejected, probably in the real world, or being used or whatever she called it. And
Yeah.
she went over there with the hopings of
Yeah.
Nature Boy eventually making her the wife, her losing weight, and she thinking that's gonna build up her self-esteem. How can
Yeah.
any woman in a right mind watch all these videos and all these things? Back in the day, somebody said you have AIDS. He said he had hepatitis before. I can't find that video, but he said it. And
Yeah.
that's not allegedly. And
Yeah.
all these other Velvet says she had herpes. You can find that. How can you go to this dark enough place in the world to where you feel like Nature Boy is your
Yeah.
savior?
Yeah.
Come on, people. Come
Because he
on,
gonna help you
women.
lose weight.
You can save
And
enough to get
he
that
has a look at
surgery.
it.
Yes, but she could have did that
And
on her
yeah,
own here
she could have.
if you
But
really want to.
too, like, she's a heavyset woman. She's very attractive.
She's very
But
pretty.
I know he sold her that dream of you come over here, you eat natural, and you'll lose all that weight. And she probably has some insecurities because of her weight, but she's a very beautiful girl. So you can see her when she's dancing. She looks like she is so empowered. And
Yeah.
I know it's mental. I know he's
Yeah.
told her that you have to feel beautiful. And she looks like she feels beautiful,
She looked like
but
she
it's all
feels
a mind
beautiful and
game
she's
too.
happy. Exactly.
Yeah,
It's the love bombing. Velvet did
Yeah.
say that, and
yeah,
she was right about that. But once you get a part of Nature Boy energy and you close enough to that, he's gonna
yeah.
suck you dry. These
So
people
let me
don't
tell
beat
you
around.
something. She did a video not long ago when she was like having like a bad day.
Uh-huh.
You could just tell she was drained. She was like, "I'm not used to being like this. I'm not used to living around other people. I'm used to being by myself." And
Oh,
you
really?
could tell it was getting to her. Lizzie,
I
she
missed
Wow.
did.
that.
I saw that and I was like, and she looked like, I don't know if maybe she had gotten into it that day with other, but she looked like she had just had a rough day and had been through
Mm,
it.
And I
mm.
guarantee you she might have took that hike. They might have did walking. She might have danced all night. He was giving them alcohol. Then they woke up the next day to take the hike. And it wasn't dinner time till later on that night. So I guarantee,
Yeah.
for real. So I guarantee you, she was drained, and
Ashley!
then it's a mental game. So she used to going in the kitchen. Think about it,
Ashley,
eating when you feel like it.
I
So
was not
y'all,
ready. I was not ready, Ashley.
and I'm just saying that probably was a rough day on her. You get what I'm saying?
Oh my God. I need to go back and watch that. Oh my God.
Nature
Wow.
Boy is a mental manipulator, a sexual
Oh yeah.
deviant, energy taker. And you
Oh
cannot
Lord.
allow
He's a
him to
soul
drain
taker.
your, yes, and a pedophile,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna drop, ladies. Thank y'all so
It
much
was
for
so nice
allowing
talking
me
to
to
you and
be
Thank
nice
here
meeting you.
you. Thank you
today.
so much.
I love both of your spirits.
We love
Please
yours
keep doing what
too.
you're doing. And
Thank
I am here
you.
for the movement. I am. I ain't got
Thank
no
you.
job. I ain't got nothing else to do.
And make
Oh,
sure you come back up and join us. Join us
Huh?
again. We love this.
Absolutely.
yes.
And Ashley, I gotta make sure I subscribe to your page.
Yep,
Yeah.
Ashley D and then DMX, and it'll come right up. I appreciate
Can,
it.
can you
I
put
just
it,
put it, I
Sasha? Can
just
you
put it
put
on
it
the screen.
in your? Oh, okay.
Thank
I
you,
It's
was
Sasha.
uh-huh. It's on the screen.
okay. I see it. Ashley Demon.
Yeah.
DD. Okay, ladies. I love you, ladies, with the love
Thank
of
you.
Jesus.
Love
Love
you.
you too. Take
Okay,
care.
ladies,
We'll be
have a good
talking to
night.
you soon.
Thank
Absolutely. Look
you.
forward to it.
Yep, you as well.
Bye bye.
Bye bye,
Bye.
dear.
Oh.
She's so sweet. I
Yeah.
like her energy. She reminds me of
Yeah.
Tony T.
Yeah. She's a talker, I tell you. She likes to get her point out there, and she's very,
Vocal.
I like that. I
Yeah,
like
me too. Very
yeah,
opinionated. We need those
yeah,
different, strong opinions.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about Malia? Do you think she's going to go back home, or do you think something's going to happen to her over there?
That's that. You know what? Honestly, I think that she's gonna try her hardest. She's gonna be there for a month or two, and then eventually she's gonna ask him to leave, or he's gonna come up with some type of way of sending her back. And I'm hoping maybe if he allows her to get her transplant, that's when she's gonna
Right.
decide, okay, I'm gonna stay. I can't take it. I can't go back. The doctor said I can't go back. I'm
Yeah,
hoping so.
2 months is a lot can happen.
Exactly. So maybe her transplant, I'm hoping, was in a couple weeks, and then she'll go back and she'll stay.
Yeah,
I hope so. That's
I
the only
hope.
way I can see her getting out. I can't see him. He lying, pissing, trying to pick with her on camera, like threatening her, saying, I'm going to send you back to New Orleans. But in reality, I can't see Nature Boy allowing her to go back to
Right.
have that freedom of possibly speaking out against him.
Hmm.
Once she heals, she's going to want to speak her truth. Once she
Yeah.
looks in her son eye into her family eyes, and she finally get that real love and come out of that spell, she's gonna speak up. Because Malia, to me, what her problem was, she was just like Velvet as well. And something was so deep to me that Velvet said one day. He said, told Velvet, Nature Boy told Velvet, and Velvet said this. He said, what I respect about you and Malia is you two the only ones that have a soul here.
Yeah.
That's deep. So imagine he's telling us that he sucked these people's soul, their soul. They gave everything they could to Nature Boy just to be there. They
Yeah.
believed this man was their God. And you
Uh-huh.
don't have to sell your soul to God. God is love. God is
Right.
peace. God is your voice being heard. God wants you to do better for yourself. He's not draining, he's a healer.
Right.
So
Exactly.
them subjecting themselves to all this mental and emotional abuse, that's not love. So
No.
I'm praying that Malia gets this transplant soon. And once she's in the hospital, he either just lets her go because he sees that chemistry's not there anymore and Malia's not feeling it and she's not looking good on camera,
Hmm.
or she wakes up and she just decides, I had enough, I'm done.
I
And
think
she
she's starting to do that though. It's look, I'm telling you, there's just some about her where
she's
she has that
snappy
look.
now. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's snappy now. She looks like she's not taking his stuff.
Uh-huh.
And he
Yeah.
knows he can't beat on her like that. So I'm thinking she's using that against him a little bit. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like she
Right.
knows he may have promised her that he's not going to hit her. Who knows?
Yeah. But I don't trust that. I don't trust that. I think if we give this 2 more months, you said 2 months, and then like I shuddered because I'm like, oh gosh, 2 months.
And they
We
said,
won't be there
someone
in two
said,
months if we go at
short
that
wife,
rate.
the Jersey Princess said they got in, they said she got into it with Zoka. So when was she got into it with Zoka lately?
What is that?
I wonder is that true or not. If she got into it with Zoka lately, Malia on the low, like even when she got in that van and she said something was smelling like fish, maybe she thought she was gonna come back there, be chiefess, and make
Oh yeah,
all the women that turned on her pay for exactly what they did to her. She want to
that,
get them back in her own little way.
yeah.
That's what
And
she
I've been
thought.
saying Malia wants her payback. She wants her payback.
Absolutely. All of them turned on her. All of
They
them
were
made
so
fun
mean
of
to
her.
her.
They
And then
were.
she probably saw too where they were all laughing about how when he was in the van saying about how he rearranged her organs and like they were all laughing about that, even the women. And I'm like, how could they be so cruel?
And on top of that, even when they went on the hike, they were calling Malia grandma. They knew that
Yeah,
Malia was sick. They knew that she probably came right out of the closet and everything was
yeah,
bad. You can smell the smell of death. And they said that's how Malia smelled. And Malia was so weak, she probably wasn't even showering like that on top of that. And when they were mean to her on that hike, and on top of that, when he was sitting next to her on that video telling her to leave, they laughed and said, "You smell that? Something smells." And
yeah,
Malia was right there so many times and off camera. I can only imagine how many jabs they took at Malia.
yeah. I did a
They,
video and I broke it down where right the day he sent her back, he said, "Oh, she's son, you smell that?" And Malia hasn't forgot that. She has not forgot any of that. She remembers what they did to her. How he
exactly.
tried to beat her, locked her in a closet, let Velvet hurt her. She remembers all that. And then you remember how she kind of gave her like a sly when she was sitting there talking and Nature Boy is trying to act like he's baby talking with her, and she was like, "Oh, I did something with my hair because I had to do something different with it because I wanted to get rid of all the bad."
That energy off of her that
Yeah,
Velvet was doing. I remember that. Yep.
yeah. She
Yep.
gave it like a Velvet a low blow, and I was like, "See, she's out for vengeance. She
Yeah,
is."
she is. And I was hoping and I was praying. I think Malia is capable because she fought against Nature Boy so much too, even on the
Yeah,
camera. I thought Malia, when she went to the hospital and as bad as condition she was, and the way he sent her home, I just knew Malia was going to be in that hospital working with the police.
yeah. You think so?
I thought, yes, I just knew she was because Malia can be as powerful as Velvet when it comes to taking Nature Boy down.
Yeah.
Just because of the abuse she's been through. And some type of way he got into her head. And now I feel like it kind of isn't as strong as it was because, like you said, she had a taste of reality. She had a taste of Oreos. She had a taste of freedom being on her own, being able to sleep.
Yeah. I mention that all the time. I'm like, stop eating our Oreos. Stop driving our cars. Yeah.
Yes. And on several times she was behind when they had a real truth moment or whatever about her and Velvet. And she was sitting on the floor Indian style. You could see how she was shoving those Oreos fast in her mouth. I was like, wow, she made me want an Oreo. And then I realized that they really weren't eating like that. I'm like, she probably was enjoying these Oreos next to her.
Was he really eating Oreo? Were they really eating Oreos? Because I've been saying this forever. I'm like, stop eating our Oreos.
Honestly, yes. She was sitting on the floor tearing them up. And I think baby Heliana had it. They was giving it to her to keep her quiet, but they were in the middle of the floor, so Malia took advantage of it. Malia said, hey, I'm going to eat a few of these tonight. Who knows what Aya's cooking for dinner? And you could tell something's wrong with the food. Aya could be poisoning the food because think back about this, okay? When Seven got there and they all were sitting at that dinner table, did you guys see how fast Seven pushed that plate away? You have to go back and look at it, Sasha. Seven pushed that plate away, girl.
Like, see, that's why you got to do these videos because you catch those things where other people just don't catch them. I
promise for sure I'm gonna do a video tomorrow. I'm gonna get the time thing right with you, so
You catch all
sometime we
those.
could go on.
And I try to catch some things too, but that's good.
You
That's
catch a lot of stuff. You catch stuff that I catch. That's what draw me into you, and you have that spirit about you.
because I can catch some stuff, or at least
But
I
it was
try.
funny to me. I'm like, wow, they just took this hike, and it's dinner time, and Velvet pushed that food forward. Like, I mean, not Velvet, Seven. Like, I'm not eating this swamp. And they let Aya's the only one that could cook. Now think about it. Everyone, Malia's from New Orleans. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Yeah.
We have that soul food in us, okay?
Uh-huh.
Malia probably could cook too. But why is it that Aya, and I'm not trying to be funny, the prostitute, she's the only one that cooks that food? What is Aya? You know why? It could be one or two things. She's the only one he trusts not to do anything to him, or she's putting something in everyone else's food to maybe get them high, Ritalin, or it's something going on. I is the only one cooking. It should be spread up between the women. You cook this week, you cook the next week. Everyone should be able to cook or learning how to cook. Right. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Now let me ask you, you're from New Orleans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, because he likes women from there, he would probably eat you up. So,
man, I would suck that devil out of him, praying exactly. Off. So I wouldn't even be attracted to a guy like Nature Boy.
But what I'm saying, do you think, like, is there, and this ain't speaking for everybody, but certain, like, I don't know, do they have like a culture or like a group of people there that are into this voodoo stuff?
Honestly, yes. It's a voodoo place. But you wouldn't be able to tell it's just one person. It's just some people there. They strongly believe in that. That's what New Orleans is known for. But at the same time, it's not, everyone in their household. My family didn't believe in that, but it was someone at the corner of us that believed in that, or someone around the corner. You get what I'm saying? And I think why he likes that, those type of women, a lot of those women that are from the South, we're more Southern. We take care of our man, and they're kind of back ahead of time. I came up here when I was a child in Michigan. So I'm in time now. And down South, they're like few years back with everything.
Yeah.
So their mindset is a lot different from speed up to par where ours is.
Yeah.
So Malia is kind of like a teenager state. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she's able to be more manipulated and controlled.
Yeah.
Even with Velvet. Velvet can be manipulated and controlled when it comes to love. And I don't even want to say to a certain point, because if he lied today and told her he will only be with Velvet, she will be back on the next plane.
Oh, exactly. And I think may even go back. She's been making comments about how she needs to get back to the water, and she's just biding her time. She's waiting to see if this, for one thing, she doesn't want to go back if she thinks Nature Boy is going down, but she's not going to let nobody else. And Nature Boy, he's purposely not giving nobody else that queen.
No, he's not. Exactly, because he knows. Oh, Lynn says she's about to run to the store for some milk and cookies right now. Oh, and Sybil said she felt drugged, Sasha. Sybil said she felt drugged. So that right there, I remember her saying that. That's why Aya is cooking that food. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh. With drugs or alcohol, and he likes to give him alcohol too, because that
keep him spaced out.
It's all a spirit for a reason.
And think about this too, and it makes perfectly good sense. I think him and Velvet, of course, they had access to the best food. Sybil said that they had lobster, they had a room with food. Think about this too. When Velvet got beat, and she would be with Nature Boy the next day, or she would go upstairs to heal herself, Velvet wasn't as hurt as Malia was, because I'm assuming she was on, not only she had that deeper spirit, demonic spirit, she and held so she can take that. When you have a demonic spirit with you, you can fight, you can go through all this different stuff, you can get beat down, but you still won't have the effect as a normal person. It's like you're immortal, some like Nature Boy. So not only were they, I'm assuming, inhaling drugs, which was the coke. I heard several times they both was off coke.
Yeah.
So imagine she's getting all these beats like Malia, just as worse, but she's able to heal right away, or she's not able to even express anything about that because half of the time she don't even probably remember how bad it was. She may have woke up the next day and he probably gave her drugs for the next few days until she healed upstairs.
Wow.
But each one, if you get beat so bad like that, how can that not be a memory to you where you're not spaced out and you're not able to express it like that? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, Respect. Yeah.
And when Velvet, I think if they do have AIDS, allegedly, Velvet goes back enough in time to go to New Orleans to get her treatments. That's why it hasn't affected her as bad as everyone else.
Yeah.
And how she's able to maneuver and be with these certain guys in New Orleans. Like I said, they're back a few years. Even my family going to their houses and stuff like that, everybody is set back. So my point, because it's just a laid back culture, it's chill. You will love it. But my point is, these people probably don't be on YouTube, don't know anything about Velvet and what she's been through since they're so backward time. So she can go to New Orleans and sleep with this guy and that guy, and they don't know, allegedly, she's supposed to have this or that. Because imagine if you heard something about someone, I don't care how attractive they are, you're going to be hesitant about sleeping with them. And especially if they're willing to hook up with you right away and have one night stands and things like that.
Yeah. I think because I'm from Ohio and we're kind of laid back too. And I think Sweet Ma kind of, and I would love for her to come in here one day when you're up here, because sometimes she'll come in the chat, but she'll come in and, but I started following her since the beginning of her channel. And that's what turned me on to Nature Boy. I seen one of her videos about, because I didn't know too much about him, so I never paid attention to those videos. But then when I got into it and I did watch one, I looked at him and I said to myself, this man I seen the demon right in him. And it like sometimes you can see a demon in people and it doesn't bother you. You're just like, yeah, okay, whatever, just stay away. But this one did something to me.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Oh my God.
It's like a different type of a demon. I'm telling you, I knew it and I felt it. And that's why I did my first video on him after I started to research him. And because I wanted to tell people, because I don't know if people saw that in him or not. And I thought people has to know that this is something more than a cult. This goes way deeper than a cult. And it's demonic.
And that's exactly what you've been saying and what I'm saying. And I'll be honest with you. I watch bits and pieces of his videos from different channels, and I catch yours and some other channel holders. I can't watch for so long. If it's hours of Nature Boy just talking, it drains my energy, or I can't look at him for a long amount of time without feeling this negative darkness over me. So that's why I tell everyone it's important to protect your energy,
right,
and be prayed up before you watch these videos.
Because the man that he is, he still has a soul, and whoever he is, there still is a man in there that at the end of the day, somewhere along the lines of when he was dancing, out here doing what he was doing with other men, whatever he was doing, he opened the door. He was witchcraft, voodoo, whatever. He opened the door for this high ranking, and only Satan can do that. But he
People.
yeah, he opened the door for this high ranking demon to be able to come in and take him over.
And I'm glad you say that. And you have to think about this, whether you white, black, blue, Mexican, whatever color. I appreciate the fact that you are bringing awareness to this, because at the end of the day, Nature Boy is a black African American man that's mostly targeted. And I know people will feel funny about other people saying this, but he's targeting low class, I mean, not low class, well, low individual vibrating people
Mhm.
that's from the black community, and he's allowed to destroy and try to capture as many people as possible and take them down the wrong path and journey where he's going.
Yeah.
And
And
that's
so we put that high ranking demon inside of him where it
absolutely,
couldn't happen if he didn't open that door for it. But he did that because it, and that's what kind of demon that is a he's out here trying to teach a false religion, and he's trying to win your soul for Satan. And Satan is his father, and I don't care what anybody says. That's what I believe, and that's what I just I
that's what you're
know.
sticking to. That's your word. Absolutely. Think about this, okay? How is it that this man is able to get online and get away with so much stuff, with so
Mhm.
much videos on top of videos
He's
and
protected.
information? And not only this hasn't gotten to the FBI, he hasn't been put behind bars. And on top of that, these
Hmm.
people that have been there, they're not speaking out. It's
Yeah.
something that's dark behind it, that's keeping their mouth closed and them scared, like you said, something that they participated in over there
Hmm.
that was so demonic that drew
Yes.
their mind to where they
I'm
tried to
scared.
close their mind off from that part. His
Hmm.
wives, we don't hear about them anymore. Most of them, they
Hmm.
disappeared, they go away. It's one or two things. They're embarrassed about what they have, or it's some type of dark force keeping them from freeing them from allowing them to speak out. Nature
Hmm.
Boy is a demonic entity that's targeting people, targeting women mostly.
Hmm.
So I advise you, put the armor of God on you when
Right.
you watch his videos, and don't watch it daily at long periods of times. It's
Thank
okay
you.
to watch and be aware, because it is very eye-opening for
Hmm.
most of us who are watching and we can't believe it. But at the same time, make sure you're prayed up, people. Please, this is serious. It is a spiritual warfare
Hmm.
out here for your soul.
Yeah. And it's
Protect
an
it.
they're ancient demons from back in the Garden of Eden that goes back that far, about teaching of them knowledge. Um, yeah, I'm telling you, these are ancient demons, fallen angels that are that, and some of them have the like that's why Velvet so easily talks about the woman over there the way she does, and she calls them minions or whatever she calls them. Um, and it's because they have a lower ranking demon in them.
Yep, and he
Whereas,
knows that. That's why
yes,
he try to get Velvet back so much. Their
mhm,
forces together. He says
yes,
he gave her the energy. He gave her the knowledge. No, he knows
yes,
those two demonic forces together are very powerful. And
yes,
right now, Velvet is experimenting with the world and things of that nature. And I pray that she does get therapy and she
yeah,
heals herself from that sexual deviant
spiritually.
energy that she
Hmm.
possesses over her. And she takes control of her life. But
Yeah,
right now, I'm not in agreement with Velvet and the way she's moving now. I'm not gonna
no,
support that. I'm being
nope.
honest of a woman of God, and I see these things. And so does Sasha.
That's
And
why I'm so happy that you've started your YouTube channel. I'm so happy because we need more out there that's trying to open people's eyes, and I believe you can reach a lot of people.
thank you, Sasha. I appreciate that. I really do. And I appreciate you shouting me out on your channel and being so supportive. And Lynn also said, Ashley, thank you for acknowledging this, Sasha and Ashley. Just thank you. People need to hear and know this, how he is getting away with it.
Yeah.
Because, like Sasha said, he's a high ranking demon.
Yeah.
He is protected.
Not him, but what's inside of him.
Yes. What is possessing him right now?
Right. And it's because he's opened the door for that. God gives you the free will, your choice. And somewhere along the line, he opened the door for it to be able to happen. And he's accepted it. Because if you're a child of God, that's not going to happen.
No.
And so
And like,
he's been doing some evil things as a human being in order to open that door for that demon to have gotten inside of him. Believe me, because that's a high ranking demon there.
it is. And that's why it's so important, everyone, to break free and be aware of these generational curses. They're real. As
Yeah.
a child, when you go through these traumas, and I will say this, Sasha, and it's unfortunate. A lot of people from the Black community, they don't go to therapy. A lot of it say, oh, we'll just deal with it. So you have all those traumas as a child becoming a teenager that's built up in you. So you haven't had an outlet to release that. So
Yeah.
someone that comes along and they're saying things and you feel like, wow, maybe this is right. You don't know good from bad sometimes because the trauma that's been inflicted in you in your life. So that's why it's important that you have an outlet, someone in therapy to tell you right from wrong. You didn't do that. You didn't deserve that. That's not your fault.
Mm-hmm.
You can start healing yourself because
Right.
you have people out here preying on your weakness and your innocence.
Right. Because when you're coming up from all this, Ashley, Lynn would like to know what your Cash App is. If you could put it in the comment and I can put it up on the screen.
Oh, you. I don't at this time. I don't even think I have one.
Do
Do
you
I
have a
post?
PayPal or
Huh?
do you have a PayPal or?
Hold on, let me find out. But thank you, Lynn. I appreciate that.
But
But
the thing, like, I don't know. It's just
it's terrible and it's sad and it's devastating.
in order for you, like I totally agree what you were saying, because coming from something like this, and believe me, I understand some people's thought about how it's a cult, but it goes deeper than a cult too. Say cult times 10 or cult times 100 in a case like this. When you're first coming out of that, you definitely need to heal, not only spiritually but your brain. You have to like, I think a lot of people that's coming out of a cult, they therapy might work and all of this because you're getting like that therapy for your mind, trying to get your mind on right. But coming from a satanic cult like this, they need like the guidance from a pastor maybe and a therapist. I think anything they can do, and not just with any therapist, it needs to be the type of therapist that works with people who have just come out of a cult, because they know how to work with those types of people. They know they're experienced in that field. And I think that sometimes they just go see any therapist, and they probably need to see like one that deals with the cult. Like, does that make sense? Because I think that there are cult therapists out there that they know how to work with you better. Respect says, oh, y'all see the ex-wife of Nature Boy speak. She said after she left, it's like she went in labor and had something, but nothing was there. But she pushed out something, and she had 2 people with her. Yeah. Respect also says, where's Star? Where did she go? Nobody has heard from Star up to this point. And yes, respect publicly. The last person that has seen her or was with her publicly that we know of was Ryan D. But we don't know. I mean, I heard from someone that maybe she was put into
Pediatric ward or something.
a facility. I don't know. I don't even want to say. I do pray that I know she's got some major issues. I hope somebody was able to get a hold of her and put her somewhere to get her the help that she needs. But yeah, she definitely.
Someone said she was on YouTube or something like 2 weeks ago. And I saw a video, I think it was after Ryan D, where she was laughing about 7. And she was kind of bugging out and speaking in circles and stuff. Maybe, I think, honestly, Nature Boy has gotten a hold of some type of voodoo or demonic energy. I will never forget this, Sasha. When Zila, what's her name? The one that's kind of spaced out a little bit that goes back and forth there. The girl, you know who I'm talking about?
No, which one?
Zyla or something. It's something like that. She got into a fight at the bar and she was just sitting there, and she had a black eye or something, or busted lip. She called into Nature Boy like a week ago.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
She called in a week ago, and she told Nature Boy, stop coming to me at night. Stop following me. Stop coming to me. And that was weird and freaky to me. That let me know she was trying to say whatever energy, whatever demonic force comes to her at night. She said, leave me alone. Do anyone else remember?
Video? You remember? Or did you see it? I did a video on that, and I was like, she's like trying to warn him. Like they're like, did you see the way they were looking at each other? Like, you shut up and I'll shut up.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it was so weird. I did a video on that.
Yes, they were looking like that.
Yeah.
And it freaked me out too by her saying that. And he's like, what are you talking about? I don't come to you. I don't call you. No, that demonic devil that has a hold on everyone else comes to her.
Yeah.
He's been using her card probably. She switches, get a new one. And then when he gets low on money, he turn around and order another one because he has all their information.
Did you see my video where he sent a demon in my window?
No, what? Sasha.
Yeah. The first video I did of him, I couldn't finish it. Like after I watched Sweet Ma's video or whatever, and I noticed that, I tried to do a video on him, like to expose the evil part of him. And I quit. Like, I didn't even finish that video. And the whole time I was doing the video, like, my voice was shaky. I was shaking so bad, and I couldn't even finish it. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with this video. I'm just going to upload it like it is. And I was sitting on my couch, and I in my living room, I have a patio, and I was looking out the patio door because, like, I was drained mentally, and I was just looking out there, and I noticed this face. Like this face that was in my window, and I was like, oh no. I was like, I said, okay. I went and got my daughter. I said, okay, tell me what you see. And she was like, oh my gosh. And I was
your daughter saw it too?
Oh, I took a picture of it, and then I did a 2-minute video, 3-minute video.
Is it still on there or no?
Yes, I have.
I'm gonna have to go back to it. That's what me and Sasha was telling you guys. This is real. And just like she saw that, because she's prayed up, you guys, you have to continue to be prayed up and build. Life is about energy all around us. You notice when someone with a bad mood or bad attitude comes in the room, sometimes the energy can shift. That's why it's so important that you protect your energy.
And actually, I was never going to do another video on Nature Boy ever. I was just wanting to, like, let people know. I'm like, look, this guy, he's evil. He's not a leader. He's evil. But after that, I was like, you know what?
That's what he's trying to do.
This is war.
Yep, he's trying to do that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he wanted you to stop. And I'm glad you took time out, because that had to be scary to speak on it. And then
it didn't scare me. It just draining. It was draining. Like it's like something that kept stopping me. I was having so many problems, issues, and then I was like shaking anyway, because talking about him, it makes you sick. Watching his videos, it makes you want to vomit. And like there's so many times in my videos when I'm trying to do a commentary, there's like nothing else I can do but say, you know what? I feel like I'm gonna vomit in my mouth. I'm gonna vomit right in my freaking mouth. And it's so disgusting that just to listen to him.
It is.
So good luck, Ashley. But I believe you can do it. I believe you can do it.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
I know you can.
And I don't know how to type in here while we're talking. My son pulled up my Cash App. I didn't know I had one or whatever, however he did it.
Oh, well, do you want to tell me and then I can put it in here?
It's just my same name. It's Ashley D.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, Ashley
is it the dollar sign?
It's an Ashley with a Y. Dollar sign. And then Ashley, ASHL. Nope. Lowercase ASHL, 2 E's, Y, and DD. I don't know why, but everything else was taken.
And there's nothing else, right?
Nope.
ASHLEEYDD.
Yep. And then a dollar sign in the front.
Okay. Let me know if that's right.
That is right. Thank you, Sasha.
Okay. Good.
Your supporters. Thank you, guys. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Aw.
I have the best subscribers.
Yes, you do.
Guys.
You have the best loyal subscribers.
Yes. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's about the battle of good and evil. Like you said, Sasha, God gives us a free will. So he gives us a choice to take in good or bad. And a lot of people are traumatized from life, and a lot of people may have grew up and they've never seen God. So it's important, as you become older now, you realize this is no longer your battle by yourself. You turn to God and you allow him to take your battles.
Yes.
He will take it. He will never put more on us than we can handle.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when you subject yourself to certain energies and certain things in your life, it becomes a part of you. You can have a negative force and you can shift your mind to something negative and you don't even understand why. Just like when you wake up in the morning and you say something goes bad, or you're late for work and you say, oh my gosh, I'm late for work. I'm about to have a bad day. You're speaking that into your universe. And before you know it, everything is going wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. It's true.
It's just important to say,
like, and I know I preached this. I'm not a preacher, but I say this a lot. But this is Satan's world right now. This isn't. He runs this thing here, and it's because he knows that his time is short. That's why we're seeing more evil now than we were before, and it's crazy. Because you're actually seeing, sometimes you can watch somebody. I did a shape-shifting video on Nature Boy, where I caught him shape-shifting.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And you have to really pay attention to catch it, but it's there. It's there. And we need more people like you, because you're good at this. Like you can bring out, you can see things that other people can't see. And you can have the ability to break it down. And that's why we need more people like you. And I pray that we get more people like you doing more videos like that and breaking it down, because
Sasha, we are going to be a team, and we're going to empower your people and my people eventually to bring more awareness about this. Share this on Facebook, on YouTube. One day we might just get a beagle. But we have to make sure we're protecting our energy, and we're all prepared for that. Like when you look at those videos daily, when I watch those daily in and out for hours, it drained my energy. I had a headache for a while and I didn't understand why. And I took time away from it.
Yeah.
And I told myself, this is serious.
Right.
I have to back away and I can't watch it daily like that. Or if I watch it, I'm going to get bits and pieces of it, the main important part.
Mm-hmm. And, it's like you said, when you're called to do something like that, you have to do it, though. You got to do it. And I feel like you are. I think that you're called to do that. And I think you're going to be very good at exposing it.
Oh, thank you. You've been very good at it too. Obviously, if
Thank
he's
you.
sending that demonic energy to scare you off, you're in the right direction. And that's how I feel when things in your life and you feel like it's going good, it's going
Yeah.
well, and out of nowhere, stuff starts going bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's a distraction to get you off of where you're supposed to be.
Right.
And that
And
means you're
when you feel
doing
like
what you need
that,
to do.
Ashley, when you feel like that, just pray about it and don't let it bother you. Don't let it bother you. Just keep moving forward,
Thank you, Sasha.
and you'll trust me. You'll now you'll cry a lot. Now a lot of things, because whatever evil part about it, don't even it gets where it don't bother me anymore. I'm just like whatever. I know my God, but at the
Exactly.
same time, when what's going to really get to you is watching those girls suffer, and and having to talk about it. That will hurt you. One minute you're going to get angry at them, and then the next minute and you're going to be doing a video like, why are they doing that? Why are they allowing this to happen to them? But then the next day you're like boo-hooing over them. You're going to be crying. I'm telling you,
It's emotionally draining and people don't
yeah.
understand. Like, for example, you watch it and you tell it like it is,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not saying it, you're saying it in a way where you understand and you get it. We're not saying it so you think someone feels it's like as though Velvet is less of a victim.
Mm-hmm.
No, Velvet is a victim, but
Yeah.
she's a victim for how long and for what circumstance?
But I had Shorty, I think she's the one that said one time she's a victim slash victimizer.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She's a victim because he's put her through so much stuff. And
Yeah.
being chiefest next to Nature Boy, I guarantee you that's the hardest role any one of those women can play. It's an emotional roller coaster. He not only drains your energy, but he's talking about you behind your back to these other women. So not
Mm-hmm.
only they feel like they're competing with you, but then he plants that seed in your ear to make you jealous. So you're competing with them. You're
Yeah.
number one, but you're never number one. He
Yeah.
allows you to feel that way. And then as soon as you get comfortable, he flips that light switch
Yeah.
to where you never could get too comfortable. Why you smiling? Why you so happy? He did that to Malia her first day back. She was
Mm.
partying, smiling. She had her glow for that first day. Everything was all good, dancing with him. And then just like that, he flipped that light
Are
switch.
you jealous? Are you jealous?
Yes, when you become quiet, withdrawn with him, he has to find a way to draw you back in just like
Uh-huh.
that. Whether it's making you jealous or playing on your insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
Malia is walking, and he's still telling her she's walking like an old lady. And for
Right.
ladies out there, when you have a man that cares about you, that genuinely loves you, he's going to want to lift you up in the best light, encourage you. Being in a
Exactly.
relationship, you're elevating yourself in the same direction. You
Mm-hmm.
always have to be with somebody that's equally yoked as you or want something out of life. And
Exactly.
that's not who Nature Boy is. He wants to continue to drag, manipulate, and beat you down to where you feel like you're beneath him. And the only hope you have is him. Like he
Mm-hmm.
tells Velvet, I'm as good as you get. You'll never be anything without me. These other men don't want you. Nature Boy, someone staying in carbonation with you, eating when you tell them to, feeling how you want them to feel, going through emotional and physical abuse and torture constantly. That's not love from a man. That's
Mm-hmm.
not love for anyone.
Yep.
And then you want your kids to mate with one another.
Yeah. Alex says, Alexis says, every member that leaves there, they need more than therapy. Is that though? That's exactly what I was saying. Because it's of a spiritual nature, so they need to deal with it in a spiritual manner. They need deliverance. Yeah, they absolutely need to be delivered, and then they need also to have that like a therapist who can work with them on their mind, getting their mind right. You know.
Absolutely. So they
Because,
understand the trauma that they've been through.
okay, respect says, "Oh my God, Sasha! I saw the video. In that video, I would have went and got my salt and malia and went to work blessing my house." Well, you know
Absolutely.
what though? In that, like, I've had another guy who was like, sister, because like he was like, we've known each other for a long time. He's like, you need to go get some sage. Like I've had a lot of people say, go get some sage, and I'm like, all I need is the blood of Jesus Christ. You know, that's all I need. I'm all right. You know, because I'm not gonna go get some special candles or some sage or some. I'm like, I got the blood of Jesus Christ over me. It's okay.
Yep. If he's with you, who can be against you?
That's right.
And that's why
So
Sasha
you seen the video, respect, the one with the thing at my window? I was like, what the heck? When I saw that, I was like, this is war now, nature freak. This is war.
and he couldn't get through to you on your channel vocally and detach himself to you. So he had to send that energy towards you. And that's what Niza was talking about when she said, stop coming to see me.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. That's it. She's a little not there. So everyone took it as though Niza's being crazy. And he knew exactly what she was talking about. So he started laughing.
Yeah. And
And
then
that's
and where Shorty says here, and this is so true, you give it to God and let it go. But see, the thing is sometimes people fall in that trap where they give their worries and their cares to God, and they're like, okay, here, God, you know, you told me to give you all my worries, my stress and everything, and that you'll take care of it. And, you know, but the fact is that after you do that, then you sit and dwell on things. Dwelling on that's how Satan gets into your head.
yeah.
And that's how he gets you to take back all of that baggage that you were supposed to give to God. And now you have it back because you didn't have faith in God in the first place when you gave it to him. So the big thing is when you get ready to hand God all your baggage and all your worries, and you trust in him, and you know, don't take that baggage back by lacking in faith, because lacking in faith, that's what is going to, that's, no, you got to have faith in God, you know. And then that's, like I was saying in another video, that's a hard thing to do, because when you're a control freak, and I have to say, I think I'm one of those people, like I'm like, I have to take care of everything on my own, and it's hard to trust somebody else to help with that. And so that was a big thing, you know, in my walk of faith, is to be able to like say, okay, God, I trust you enough, and I have enough faith in you that I'll give it to you, and I won't worry about it, you know. But it's so hard not to worry about it. But whatever you do, try so hard not to. Try hard not to dwell on things after you've already given it to God, because that's so important, you know.
Exactly. And you have faith is the most important thing
And
you
trust.
can have, that no one should be able to take from you no matter what. That's the
Yeah.
test, your faith. And a
Yeah.
lot of things in life are free will. The earth was the devil roaming place. So there's
Mhm.
things that's going to be triggers where you feel as though I can't take it. your faith is going to be tested. You have to continue to have your faith no matter what, like Sasha said, and put it in God's hands and know that he will deliver.
And walk away from it. Don't dwell. Don't dwell. And that's what's hard, handing over the control, because
Yep.
everybody's so used to wanting to have that own control over their own life. And it's hard to just hand over your baggage to somebody. It's hard to do. But you have, if you truly are going to do that, you got to go in all the way, because God can't help you if you're not helping yourself.
And don't believe.
Yeah.
And you have to, like she said, as far as helping yourself, take that first step. You have to take that initiative. If
Mm-hmm.
you say, I want to do this or I want to do that, and you just sit back and trust your faith, sometimes, you guys, it doesn't work that way. If you want something, you have to take that first step and he will follow. If
Mm-hmm.
you see you trying, that's how a lot of things work with God, even in my life. Sometimes when I was younger, I used to say, why isn't this working? Turned it over to God. I have my faith. I didn't give up. No. When he saw me as I got older and I realized not only I have to have my faith, but I have to walk and believe as well. If I
Mm-hmm.
take that step and get out of bed, he sees I'm trying. He's going to meet me halfway.
Yeah.
You have to believe and you have to sacrifice and you have to know no matter what, he's going to make it okay.
And there's times that he's not going to fix everything for you. He's not. There's times when you're like, okay, there's been like, just for example, okay, in my younger years, I'm like, okay, I have this electric bill and it's a lot more. They're going to disconnect it in a few days if I don't come up with this money, and then I sit and stress over it and stress over it and stress over it, and then finally it gets so stressful to the point when you have no other choice but to turn it over to God and say, okay, God, you said to trust you with this. Here you go. I'm going to give it to you. But then the hard thing is to say, okay, I'm going to trust. I'm going to trust that everything's going to be okay, even if that bill gets paid. If it doesn't get paid, it's God has it, and he's in control. And if it didn't get paid, there's a reason why. There's always a reason why God does what he does.
Absolutely.
Believe
There's
me. And not everything is going to work out in our favor, but if you're patient, later on down the line, you're going to see why he does things the way he does it.
sometimes. Oh, go ahead, Sasha. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no. You go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're absolutely right. It's like one of your viewers said, it's not on our time, it's on God's time. And he allows us to go
Mm-hmm.
through obstacles and things in our life to build character. We will
Yeah.
not be who we are if we didn't go through a couple of those trials and tribulations. Every
Mm-hmm.
one of us has a story that should be told or a book that can be wrote. But we go through things in our life to manifest better for ourselves, to want better. If things
Yeah.
came easy for us, why would we have faith? What would be the point? What would be the point to believe in God? What would draw us closer to him? Why would
Mm-hmm.
we need God if everything was handed to us? That's not how life works.
Yeah.
Life he gives you the will of good and bad and the choices. And
Yeah.
sometimes we can't control those choices, but we can control our faith and how we feel no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what battle we go through, we have to continue to have our faith and
Mm-hmm.
protect our energy,
Exactly.
because energy is one of the most important things that feed our mind, that feeds our heart, that protects who
And
we
our
are.
soul. Yes. Because just like Nature Boy says, he's here for your soul. He wants your soul. And believe me, he's not the only one out here trying to soul suck.
And that's when he shape shifts. I honestly believe when he collects more spirits and souls, even after that Zoka situation with the baby, I'm not too sure about whether that was a sacrifice or not. This goes beyond us, what we think and what we believe. And honestly, if he's collecting souls, which he collect those souls over there, he's a soul collector. And the
Yes.
callers online, it scared me when he said he has wives in different states. So imagine those people energy that he's sucking and controlling. He's getting
Mhm.
into their heads, to their pockets. They're sending him money.
How many souls? And it's not about the money for him, Ashley. It's about the souls. I'm telling you.
It's yeah, absolutely.
And I wonder how many people how many souls he's won for Satan. How
And
many?
who knows? And that's the sad part. Like you said, he opened that door.
Hmm.
That's why you have to be very careful when you invite certain people into your life, into your spirit, into your energy. It's important to protect that. When
Hmm.
you have the discernment and the spirit of God in you, you can detect when that negativity comes around you. And sometimes it can eat at you like cancer if it's a close friend or a family member and they call you on the phone and they're telling you something and you done dealt with the situation a couple times. You done gave them positive feedback, great advice, and you telling them what to do or what
Hmm.
they should do or what they could do to make the situation better. But
Yeah.
they still choose to be in that situation. And now that situation has manifested into something so big and dark. And they constantly call you. That can drain you. So
Yeah.
you have to detach yourself from certain things, including people that comes in your life that you think are trying to help you. Those people can drain you as well. You can only do so much. You can help, but you cannot detach. I mean, attach. You have to detach.
Yes. Yep. You're absolutely right, Ashley. That's what I love about everybody here is that it's like we're on the same.
Journey and
Yeah.
same path. We
Yeah.
understand.
They talk about the knowledge and the knowing, loving yourself and all this stuff, but we're filled with the real truth
Absolutely.
here. And yeah, and it's just it's sad when you see what Satan is up to. You can
Hmm.
see it. It's like wow, things
You
are
can predict it.
yeah, it's like things that are going on right now. It's like he's working overtime. Time must be so short now. Like it's scary.
Thank you, Delvin D. He said, nice video as always, Sasha. That's
Oh,
nice.
thank you. Thank you.
Aw.
Let's see. Shorty says, my mom said, just like God looks after his own, so does Satan. Oh,
Yep.
yeah. And just like God, and I tell you guys this all the time, just like God uh, gives his angels rankings and he gives them each their own positions. Satan is a copycat. Satan is going to do the same thing. He's going to give his fallen angels rankings and give them jobs to do. And boy, he's out here big time. He's out here.
He's working overtime to collect
Yes.
many souls as possible because his time is limited.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you have to be careful with the music you listen to
Yeah.
and the food you eat, the movies. It's a part of our whole world around us.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't, that's another day topic we'll discuss, but it's it's draining to just think about how this man is online day in and day out and nothing has been done about him.
Yes. Sasha and Ashley, ladies, this is a
Oh,
ministry. Bless you. Thank you.
thank you, Lynn. Bless you too, sweetheart.
Yes.
You're a sweetheart.
Yes.
But it is, and God put us two together for, I never would have thought about becoming a YouTuber or even speaking about this stuff. When I first listened to you, I was agreeing with everything you were saying. I'm just on the phone and I'm listening. I'm like, wow, this woman it's something about her. She just has this calm, soothing energy. And
Oh,
you spoke about God. Everyone just goes in and does their channel, but you constantly You never stir away from your truth and what you believe in.
Thank you. I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome.
And you too, Ashley, though. You've been consistent since the beginning. You've been with my channel since the beginning too, though. And you've been
Yep.
consistent and up here on the panel.
Yeah, I had to speak to you. You were just you had this discernment about you as well. And I'm like, I want to have the courage to go up there and speak to her. You know, and then it turns into all of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Out of all the YouTubers and things I watch, you are
And
the
see
first
how
person
God
that actually.
works? That's how God works. He's got you working now. He's got you uh speaking out now.
Yep. And it
So,
all started from just watching you. And I appreciate that.
and mine got started watching Sweet Moth for Life. Oh my gosh. I just
I
like
watch her. You know what? I watch her too. I like
I
her
love her.
calmness as well.
Yeah, I love her. Like
Yeah, she's good.
yes. Like she knows how to like she
She
knows
breaks it down too.
yeah, she does, but she knows exactly how to you can I can tell by some of the things that she says, you know that Nature Boy watches, and that has to get under his skin because she goes in on him. It's so like I just love how she does that.
Yes, for sure.
Yes, I love her. She's like, I don't know, she's very sweet. And
Yes, and the thing is about when you watch this, you can't be biased. You have to be open minded and put your feelings aside and see things for what they are. Because at the end of the day, these are all consenting adults, and we understand they're under the control of Nature Boy.
yeah,
However, it's bigger than what we could imagine. And when you look at this, you can't say, "Oh, I'm gonna take Velvet side. I'm gonna take this." I like about Sweet Ma is that she went when they questioned Velvet for the interview. She was not holding back, and
yeah,
Velvet felt a little unraveled at the stuff she was asking her. But this is the thing: when you have a chance to get on a panel and ask these people certain questions, why would you not be truthful about what you're asking?
yeah.
This is real. You have a chance to ask her, why ask ballpark questions? Why not be honest and be real? And if she can't answer that or something bothers her, then apparently a part of her feels guilty about something or she's holding back. It's one of the two. And we know she's holding back.
Yeah.
And she claims she's tried to go see Malia, this and that, but I don't believe that.
No.
And then she wanted to let Malia family know. Velvet problem is she wants everyone to know that she was number one. You
Yeah.
were the number one, like you said, highest ranking demon working with Nature Boy. We know that, Velvet. But at the same time, he didn't show you any more lack of respect than anyone else. Because
Mhm.
if that was the case, Nature Boy would not have put his hands on you. He would not have made you have sex with all these other women. Now, he may have put you to sleep and said, you know, I have different wives. I'm going to go be with one of them. No, he forced you, and you participated too as well, and having sexual relations with Malia, Aya, and whoever else. So that tells me that he treated you equal, Velvet. I'm sorry.
Hi, Black Jade. We got Black Jade joining us now.
Hey. And
So
it's just
yeah.
to bring awareness so these women quit lusting over this nasty man who they said don't brush his teeth, who went to the dentist and it looked like he got brand new teeth. He haven't brushed his teeth in 17 centuries. That's what it looked like when he think about it. My son, when he was 3 years old or 4 years old and he got his teeth clean, he was, Mom, look, I got my teeth clean. But a 40-year-old man on camera the whole
Yeah.
time, smiling, so happy to have his teeth clean. That lets you know something is not right. I said,
Yeah.
wait a minute, what is going on here? Nature Boy is so happy to have gotten his teeth clean. This is not right. Don't get me wrong. We walk past the mirror look in the mirror and say, oh, this look good. But there's no way I'm going to present myself online like that.
Yep.
And then what did Velvet say? He wakes up and washes. She said, you got to brush your teeth? You got to wash your face? He said, oh, I'll brush my teeth with a piece of fruit. Come on.
Oh gosh, I know. I seen that.
Yes. And we want to lust over this man. He's supposed to be a sex symbol. Ladies, what is this world coming to? Nature Boy is a sex symbol with the big hips. Please, I could go on. And now his hair in the front, he has those 3 devil horns. Sometimes 2. His eyebrows is lifted like a devil horn. You know, nothing sexy about this twisted face man.
Nope.
I will be single for the rest of my life. If he was the only man left on earth. And then his fingernails is so nasty.
Oh.
He have dirt in them from centuries. You can't even get them clean completely.
I know. It's like, I just noticed that too in the video I did. I was like, ew, get the dirt out of them.
You can get a yeast infection if he's touching your leg. Come on.
Ew.
He probably has a disease under the nail. And then imagine how the toenails are looking. And you know he probably stinks. And he said on the video the day before yesterday, or was it 3 days ago, this man said, oh, I took a bath yesterday. I don't have to take one this morning. What?
Ew.
I thought you take showers every day. And the way you have 5 wives, you should be taking one every day.
They should be taking 2 or 3 every day.
Exactly. And yes, Black Jade Nature Boy wears a full face of foundation. Yes. Yes, he does. And then he's trying to dress so Babylon now.
Yeah.
He takes everybody's style on.
Mr. Suave.
Think about it. He was TKO. Or what is it? Is he TKO? He started getting a little fake gold watch. That's a little too gold that you know he done got from one of them swamp places, walking around in Mexico showing it off like it's a rollie. It's gonna be tarnished in a few months. Going to keep going in the sun. It's gonna be over for that watch.
And what about the fake gold, whatever he's got in his mouth? I mean, like, we were laughing about that on. I saw your message.
Oh my gosh!
No, he sounds
only
like
at the bottom.
He sounds
only at the bottom. Where's the top gold? He got the fake gold for the bottom. Come on now.
You're like, he sounds like DMX. I was like, no, he sounds like Mike Tyson.
He does sound like Mike Tyson. And then he picks on these different personalities. DMX, Cameron for Paid in Full.
Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. That's hilarious. You guys get me going. I'm telling you. Sometimes we gotta laugh like this. G Johnson says showers only 1 to 2 times a week. He don't like his women or himself clean with his Walmart foil teeth. Oh my gosh. Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. Hey, you guys, if you guys could hit that like button when you guys come in. Also, make sure that you guys watch from the beginning of the video so you guys know about the new contest that we're going to be having coming up. She says, don't forget about Denzel from Training Day. Oh my goodness. It's just too funny. It's too funny. Ashley, are you still there? Yeah. So Babylon, you know, we were saying earlier, they need to stop eating our Oreo cookies, stop going to our dentist, stop driving our vehicles, stop going to our doctors. And that's another thing about Malia that it just upset me so bad, is that they worked overtime trying to save that girl's life. They you know they did. They were good with her when she was in there in the hospital. And then she would have the nerve to look at them and say, yeah, I don't want to be here anymore. I want to sign myself out. because I'm not happy here with you guys. You're not getting notifications, Liliana? And Black Jade just came in too. I wonder if I wonder if she just got the notifications late too. I think that's YouTube doing that. Sometimes you have to make sure too that you hit on the bell so that you get notified. But I've had other people say that too, Liliana, that they got a late notification. Lady Leo, she was getting late notifications too. Like when I was almost ready to log off, she was coming in. And that's how late she was getting her notification. Black Jade said she didn't even, I didn't even get a notification. Yeah, see? Lynn, oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my goodness. She just sent $20 cash out, or I think it's super chat. Thank you so much, Lynn. And she says, Sasha and Ashley, don't stop proclaiming the gospel. It's all over you. Thank you. So just thank you. Lynn, please come back and join us too. Please come back up on the panel next time I go live. I would love to have you back up here. And thank you so much. G. Johnson says, I have a heart for Vel because I've worked with DV folks. She acting like just like an abused, conditioned woman. Yeah, someone like you, I would like to have up on the panel too one day, because we need people who work with because sometimes, you know, G. Johnson, we were just talking about this, that sometimes we like this whole situation with Nature Boy. Sometimes it gets us angry because we can't understand why they want to be there. But then other times we want to cry because it's just so sad. And we need somebody who works with women like that, to like more women like you to come up on the panel to explain it to us, because I know for myself, it's emotionally a roller coaster. You know, it has its ups and downs. 1 minute you're all over the place. And G says, we just have to pray Nature Boy gets what he deserves sooner than later. Yes. Oh, yes. Liliana says, oh my gosh, Malia is looking sick again. She couldn't even do a slow spin, and she walks so slow. He's been making fun of her. Yes. Liliana, he's breaking her down. He's starting that process of breaking her down again, mentally and physically, because he sits there and he jabs at her. He takes jabs at her by saying, you look old, or, oh, I have new wives coming. And I think he was just lying to her about that, just to get her, you know, to break her down mentally and spiritually. And so for him to have said that to her, he's breaking her down. And Ashley said something about, you know, hopefully within 2 months that, you know, she can get the transplant and that she'll be out of there. But when she said that, my heart stopped, because do we have 2 months to wait? I mean, a lot can happen in 2 months. A lot could happen in 2 months. And I don't think we have 2 months to. Give me just a second, guys. Okay, I'm back. No, I don't think Malia can survive 2 months there. That's my opinion. G says, I also worked in locked psych facilities and seen plenty of Nature Boys in my day. I was sad that Malia went back because she has a different calling on her life. I hope she realizes that. Yeah. And for her to be so young and to have that many, issues with her poor body already, her body can't take much more. It can't. And Shorty just says that she said she didn't need a transplant. And then by her saying, like, he asked her, what are you here for? And she said, to give you babies. No. I don't believe her body can handle that. Nope. I mean, she's going to carry a baby and her organs are all over the place. No, I just, he's crazy that he have even asked her that question. Liliana says, definitely, he keeps saying she doesn't need a transplant, that we're crazy. I just hope she gets out of there. I hope she leaves, and I hope it don't take 2 months to do it, because I don't believe she's going to have 2 months, All right, guys, please, if you just came in, please make sure that you like the video. Also, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel so that you can get in on the contest. Please just rewind it back from the beginning so that you can kind of hear about the new contests that are coming up. But that's all we got. I'm going to go ahead and end it now. We've been on here almost 3 hours. God bless you guys. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.